moving on up.
It's just the start of the stream, Marinus. It's just you're moving on up. It's first thing. No, I love it. Welcome to yet another session of jokes, tales, and critical fails here at crispy_VDL. I just realized my windows are open and I live in literally the loudest neighborhood imaginable. So if you hear just like a racetrack nearby, just a gang of dogs roaming the neighborhood, that's normal. That's just the normal neighborhood gang of dogs.
I got a hospital 2 blocks away, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm just like it could be worse. I could like live under a train track, I guess. But God, I swear, it's like something new every day. Anyway, welcome. We will hop right into things once I just get this Foundry up and running, because things are starting off spicy today in scouring the Scorched continent. So let me pull that up. Let me actually go ahead and switch to the battle map while I'm here, because we might just need it. Pew, 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 pew. I don't know why I make a transition noise when there's already one a part of the transition. It's just part of the game, you know? What can I say? Okay. Go ahead. First. 3. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Okay, I'll go ahead and pop my super secret password in here. And we're off to the races. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah. People of this generation still use that phrase. Come on. Well, here we are. Last time in scouring the Scorched continent, our heroes have been laying low in the gang of the in the cult of the Violet Knight. A group of different ne'er-do-wells and addicts come together to brew a drug known as Viraka, which has been plaguing the continent of Rakesh for some time. It is a drug of pleasures, making those who take it succumb to suggestion quite easily, and for that reason, the cult of the Violet Knight has prospered for some time. As the heroes have laid undercover, they have become part of the system itself, each of them taking on roles within the cult, one of which, Ignacio, taking on the role of a keeper, has been accompanying these strange purple robed individuals who, as they tend the bees with on the dune-surrounded compound, they also distribute their Viraka and show no emotion while doing so. As one of the individuals who were once the newest recruits within the cult has been taken on as a full initiate within the Keeper's organization, they have disappeared from the recruits' room, and now you have not heard from them. Taking the opportunity they have one-on-one with one of the Keepers, Ignacio. For some reason I can't find my mouse. Ignacio. It's a little bassy, hard to understand. Good to know, good to know. I might be peeking. I don't want to be peeking. Let me turn myself. Yeah, it might. Is it just the bass? Yeah.
That was much better.
Yeah. It might have been just too loud. So, yeah, go ahead and turn me up again just in your Discords if you need to. I want to make sure I can interrupt you when necessary. But yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for the note. I always appreciate that. Shout out to Knives. You know what? Inspiration to Knives.
Ooh.
Two of us have inspiration right now?
I'm feeling generous, and I always appreciate somebody checking my mic.
Is that the first non-monetary inspiration earned?
Yes. I've been trying to get you guys to listen in on. No, I'm kidding. I just do appreciate it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure it was also on the stream. So
yeah. Oh no, definitely. I just am feeling generous. Anyway, as you guys all are in the middle of your tasks across the compound, Ignacio took the opportunity to fake a trip and try to disrobe one of the keepers. As you all are in your different spots around the compound, Ignacio managed to disrobe and demask one of the keepers. However, the keeper underneath was quite an aggressive swarm of bees. And as they did not take lightly to being revealed, they struck Ignacio quickly and efficiently, downing them in a moment before B-45 could dash from the other side of the compound to assist their friend. Reaching in the swarm of bees as they threatened to strike once more, Oberon took the chance, and they did nearly kill his downed friend before sweeping Ignacio up in his arms and taking the blunt of the blows now from the magical swarm of angry bees. Oberon, as you currently reside on the south side of the compound. Sorry, 1 second, I'm transitioning again and it's loud, so I want to wait for them to come back. As you are currently taking your own watch route on the southern side of the compound, you do spot this as you veer on the western side of the ziggurat. As you see Ignacio on the floor at the foot of one of the keepers, you watch as Ignacio reaches up, grabs the wrist of the robed individual, and reaches further with the other arm to snag the mask and remove it from the keeper's face. You can watch the keeper tug and remove itself from its robe altogether before striking at Ignacio. What are you doing?
I'm gonna start running over that way.
Okay. Well, your movement. Are you just double dashing?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you double dashing? Because I think you have to spend a key point. So.
Are
you dashing or just double dashing?
Just dashing. Just
okay.
Dash.
Sorry, that was my bad. I misspoke.
Yeah, just regular running.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see how long that
Okay.
takes.
80.
Yeah, that'll be an 80-foot dash. You are.
I can't even read.
Yeah, I can't read that either. Is there a way I can change like the color that the text comes up? I feel like if it came up all black as.
So, Nige, you're at 57 at this one.
Well, each box is 5, right?
Yeah, but you're slightly off, and it's like.
Yeah, you're quite far off. You're on the other side of the ziggurat. So I would say you are about 80 feet. Yeah, but you're like on the mound out. You're on the dune. You like walk the hill of the dunes out front of the ziggurat. So yeah, it's not. You're right. It's not a large ziggurat. It's about a 60 foot across. Ziggurat, you still have to run down the hill, so I would say you're halfway through this. Let me think. 80 feet down the hill is pretty not difficult terrain or anything. Actually, I mean, running in sand is difficult. To be fair, running in sand is pretty difficult, but I haven't been running that rule this entire time in the last combat. So
any bigger. That's
yeah, I would say you can get halfway there. Or halfway across the ziggurat in the first turn of action, but quickly they do move as Bastion gets over. They move into the field as Ignacio gets overwhelmed, and B-45 can dash over toward them, making a second round of running, I assume, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Upon them coming onto me, can I pull out my shield?
Have
it ready on my arm.
You have Ignacio in your arms. I would say yeah, but you I'll say yeah, you can take out your shield, but But you won't be able to take out a weapon, obviously.
Oh, that's fine as long as it's equipped.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I have weapon I can use at least.
As you get to the middle of the field here, Oberon, you can see the swarm strikes at B45. B45, are you doing anything as the swarm comes at you?
After having my shield put on, which I'm guessing is a full action worth.
Yeah, I mean it's more of their turn right now, but just what are you moving to do? It's gonna be also
probably because he's not. Are they on top of me right now, or?
Yeah, no, they move on top of you and attack you first. It is going to be a 19 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay.
Thank God for shields. But
wait, sorry, it's a 20 in total. Sorry.
Fuck you. No,
they rolled a 16. And sorry, I have the stat block for average swarm open. I had to actually open the token to get the larger swarm. Yeah. The higher CR swarm, which is a +4 to hit.
Yeah, it hits then. Just fucking barely does it hit.
It is only going to be 64 damage. Oh, wait. Sorry, let me double check that.
Move this here.
I actually have to check the side here. No, it's 44 damage. 44, sorry.
Okay.
Still, 9 points of damage there.
How do I change my color?
23. If you... What is it? 1 second. If it's right-click your name in the players, and it's user configuration.
There it is.
Yeah. I have mine set to blue because it's such a contrasting color.
Yeah, mine's gray, and I think it gives me like white. They're like gray around the white. It's like, how do you read this?
Yeah, that's the
problem. The text is the same. It's still going to be white text, but at least I can see the boxes. If I can count the boxes, I feel pretty confident. So I took 9 points. Okay.
But it's obviously going to stay around you, so it's just a matter of what you're doing on that turn.
So first action to use my longsword arm blade, and have that come out, which gives me a weapon. Which you said that I could use it while having my shield in the same hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a bonus action actually. So bonus action, that action attack. Swing at the swarm.
Stop! No!
I can't move out of the swarm, so...
I mean, you can move out of the swarm, you're just going to get attacked. You can also disengage to move out of the swarm.
Hold your shield up and back up. Well, no, if you want to attack, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you can action disengage still from a swarm.
I'm gonna do my attack, but I'm also going to do it with distracting strike.
Okay.
Using one of my superiority dice. Nat 20, baby. First roll. That's a good fucking die.
That's what happened basically last game.
Dude, I feel lucky.
Right? Or was it that one?
I can't remember.
I
played so much D&D between then.
Chris and I play 3 campaigns in a week together. I roll a decent amount of 1s and a decent amount of 20s.
You add the superiority die to the damage roll. So would you?
So it's 8 plus 2, which is another d8 then because of the superiority dice, so plus 3, so 8 plus 5, 13, plus strength, so plus 3, so 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay.
That's my first time using that weapon too. I've had it for so long. And then I'm going to action surge to back away with using the disengage action. Sorry, fixing sheet stuff. Disengage action, and I'm going to move myself.
So you're using action surge?
Yeah.
Okay.
To take the disengage. Because I'm carrying Ignacio right now, right?
Yes.
So it'd be moving. Game's pause. I was like, can't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my 30 feet. And I'm guessing.
Well, carrying Ignacio, you're going to be slowed. I guess, yeah, you have a. No, you're going to have 10-foot movement carrying Ignacio with your shield out. 10 foot less movement, sorry.
10 foot less, so 1. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, look, blood splatter.
Yeah, blood splatter.
Blood splatters.
I can actually change that. 1 second. That's something I can do for you. 1 second. I gotta totally change that. That's gonna be fun. I'll figure it out here in a second. But, oh yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah, okay, so you swing at a number of the bees as they start to swarm around you, and while you do hit bees on every swing, they are enveloping the area, like doubly so. So as you cut through the air, you can see a number of bees swarm, but they're quickly replaced by a number of others. Yeah, so as that happens, Oberon, you, as well as one of the guards further down, runs to here. Runs forward, spear in arm, off his dune, as you do see this one as well start charging in with you, Oberon. Yeah. That will end their turn.
Oh, we don't have initiative.
Yeah, we don't have an initiative order right now, as it depends on where this is going. But they go basically right before you, Oberon. What are you doing?
So it's my turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so do I have enough movement? Yeah, I have enough movement.
I tried to get closer at least.
I'm going to run to right here and just be like, hold on. Like with my arms out on both sides, like one to Bastion, then one to the B side, and just be like, what is going on here? Why are we attacking each other? Obviously trying to stop the bees.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasions +0. Oh, come on, good rolls. A 3. That was a good die last night.
3. Total?
Total 3. The whole +0.
Well.
Sorry, I almost dropped my dice tray.
It is going to move in past you, Oberon, and strike at you once more.
Does Oberon get opportunity to attack?
If he wants to take it, he's not really engaged in combat with it, so
that's fair.
I'll let him if he wants to, but
I mean, I was trying to diffuse.
yeah. So yeah, it's gonna go around you though. It just kind of parts around you,
and dive in front of it.
Dive in front of, like, you want to try to like dive into the swarm and distract it and like try to take the hit.
Yeah.
Or I will say you can impose disadvantage.
Well,
I mean,
let's see. Do I have?
It's not going to hit anyway, so I already rolled it to hit. So it feels pointless to make you impose disadvantage in an already missing hit. But yeah, it strikes at Oberon or B45 and does not manage to break his steel form. However, they can still strike at Ignacio, which they're not going to right now as they finish their turn, but they might now realize that the metal man is not valuable or not easy to strike at like that. B45, what are you doing?
As a free action, I'd like to yell out to Oberon and be like, Oberon, take Ignacio. You should be able to get away faster. At least make sure that they can't catch up. And then I will swing again because I'm already engaged in combat with this.
Okay, so you're attacking?
I guess we're taking on the compound.
Not so much the compound, but at least there's a swarm of bees. Is there a way where I could just try to block the next attack for both Ignacio and I? Like, take the hit no matter what?
It's a swarm of bees.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. I will say you can take the dodge action, and since they're in your arms, I'll
impose disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll say you'll impose disadvantage, but at a certain AC, they will hit their intended target.
Okay.
At a lower AC, as long as it beats yours, it's gonna hit you. Yeah, I'll work it out. I'll be. I'll allow you to try.
You could throw me, Ignacio. Get further away from the bees.
But that's the thing. If I throw Ignacio out of the swarm, they can attack Ignacio.
But
no. It's forced movement does not incur opportunity of attacks.
Oh, then yeah, I'll just chuck Ignacio then.
Now, how big is Ignacio?
People-sized.
People-sized.
So 6 feet tall. buck 80 wet. No, buck 90 wet.
He's a
thin-framed man.
If they were to attack again, I would just get in front of it.
Yeah, so the thing about swarms is to attack they must envelop. So it's impossible. Like, even what Bastion is doing right now is like covering as much as he can of Ignacio, but they're bees, so they can still kind of like swarm in.
They can still get into like the small.
But you can definitely try, is what I'm saying. So are you gonna kind of like toss him out of the swarm?
Yeah, I'm gonna toss him out of the swarm.
Okay, so I'll allow that.
It just here, Oberon, catch.
I will say, passing a person doesn't seem like anything short of an action. So
yeah, that's fine.
You have a bonus action still.
After I've thrown him.
Yeah.
I still have a It's actually, can I do anything as a bonus action?
I think just your heal.
I'll actually retract the longsword before anyone can see it.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I'm still trying to keep that a secret.
Okay.
So that's no longer equipped.
And then are you moving or anything?
No.
This must be a misunderstanding.
Staying in the swarm is going to be safer than trying to get out of it. I have seen swarms recently, and they can kill you.
Try and bring it to one of the huts.
Okay.
Unless we... No. That'll be it. I don't have a bonus action or anything. No movement.
Well, as they move, this one's gonna run up and see the swarm enveloping you. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, Oberon.
Me?
No, I'm sorry, Oberon. Bastion.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, to see if he sees the sword.
Maybe.
Or if I throw the kid. The man, I should say. That is a 14 total. 13 plus 1.
Okay. The enforcer runs up behind with his club at the ready. And he's gonna shout out at you. What is going on here?
I do not know. I just saw one of our own...
You had a weapon drawn.
It is part of my body, but I'm no longer going to be using it. It takes too much out of me.
He will hold his club ready at you. As the other one runs up, he'll go looking at you, Oberon, he'll go, "What's happening here?"
I mean, I don't know. I saw the swarm of bees come from nowhere. I don't know what happened to this keeper, but they started attacking my friend here, so I was trying to stop this.
He'll turn to the cultist in the black robes who was working the fields, and go ahead and make a deception check. Oberon, sorry.
Don't fail me, dice.
I guess. 17. Yeah.
I think it's wisdom. So.
As the cultist comes up, he goes, this one, and he points to Ignacio on his back. This one came up running to me for help from this swarm, which was chasing him. It all happened so suddenly. The bees attacked him full out. The guard kind of like looks about confused. Right, well, Oberon, what are you doing? Are you doing anything?
I'm still just trying to protect, probably just slowly backing up a little bit with Ignacio.
Backing up from the bees?
Yeah.
Okay. The bees move, as they move slightly off the road here, they go to a piece of purple cloth which is blowing in the desert wind. And as they kind of wisp around in the air, they start to funnel in one end under the cloth, and you watch as it begins to lift up suddenly. As it does, you watch as it begins to raise the arms of its cloak and begins to channel a spell underneath its forming body. The guards kind of look confused and bewildered for a brief moment before the keeper, who forms in the place, casts a spell at the nearby guard next to you, Bastion. The guard.
Wait, aren't the robed people keepers too?
What are you talking about?
These people.
These are cultists.
These are enforcers.
These
are keepers.
These are the keepers. Sorry for the confusing photo of the keepers.
The guy-looking people are the.
I have an updated token for them, but it didn't update the.
Okay, so those are cultists.
Yeah, these are the cultists. Can you not see the names underneath them?
No.
All the text is so small, and no, I cannot see the names.
Well, that might be something I can add to.
Yeah, because
I can only see Bastion's name if I were to scroll over people.
1 second, I can do that. Fix that for you, because I think I can get it. So you should mouse over them and see their names too. Health estimates. There we go. Danger. Okay, well that doesn't actually. Okay, well I can't do that, but oh well. I'll figure out how to do that by next session.
Anyways, so
yeah. The black hood ones are the black hooded cultists. The enforcers are the ones that look like gold. And no, the keepers look like the cat headed ones. It didn't take my alternative photo for them. Anyway, as it does, it casts a spell of seriously, that dog gang is literally like outside just barking. I don't know what it is. They're just outside. They're barking. Okay, that's good. It's just driving me mad because they're just barking, doing nothing else. Yesterday I was running a game and they were just like on the corner right outside my window, just barking at each other in the middle of the street. I could see them. And the like owners were just like right across from each other, like having a conversation just over the two dogs barking, just like full volume. I'm like, how do you not like, I don't know. Sorry. Little ranty. It was just really annoying. Anyway, the keeper does form, and you watch as a magical spell is cast upon this enforcer. And in a sudden, the enforcer is kind of washed over and turns to you, Bastion, reaches out to start to move toward you. Hey, stop it right there, don't move. As the keeper begins casting another spell, what are you guys doing? As I haven't rolled initiative, it is kind of free action. This enforcer does start moving toward you. B45. As the keeper begins to cast another spell upon this enforcer.
Well, fuck. I just keep fighting. Sorry, I'm looking at all the stuff to see if I have anything.
Okay, Oberon, what are you doing? Gotta be quick.
Is Ignacio stable?
Stable, not bleeding, but not unconscious.
Bleeding. Just unconscious?
Yeah, not awake, just unconscious. As far as you can tell, looks bad. Your body is covered in a bunch of scars.
Is there a medic who could take care of this person?
As you say that, this enforcer looks toward the keeper that just formed and goes, I don't, what is, before he is blasted with the spell from the enforcer.
The cultists are the ones who healed?
No, just
No, it was one person, I thought.
Yeah, there was Ignacio, not Ignacio healed. Avery healed.
That was the only person in the compound that we've had heal?
Yeah, you haven't seen anybody else heal.
I thought there was somebody who healed us after we were fighting.
A keeper, maybe?
I would like to yell to the cultists there.
Keepers are the only spellcasters.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Who was healing us after we were doing this stuff, so it was a keeper.
This enforcer is soon blasted with a wave of spell energy, and then his eyes kind of go wide and pool-like, and he begins to ready his club and points it at you. Don't you move!
Oh, I'm gonna throw my hands up. I'm not doing anything.
I would like to yell to this enforcer, or not the enforcer, but the cultist here, and say, "Go to the alchemy area and go get Avery. We need someone to heal this man."
Bastion, you are grabbed by the enforcer behind you. You can make a grapple check to try to break it.
No, I'll take being grappled.
Okay, I'm
not gonna fight back.
Okay.
But I am going to voice that as loud as I can to any of the cultists nearby.
The keeper goes and picks up a mask before gliding into the direction. Go ahead and make a persuasion check to the cultist.
Okay. Gotcha. Character sheet needs to be open. Do that. Persuasion. That is an 11.
Okay. The cultist begins to move and starts running off in this direction before the keeper drifts off toward him, and you can hear him say, "Stop. Do not listen to them. You are to go get Lady Kira immediately." The cultist stammers out words. Yeah, of course. Right away. And he runs off. The keeper then drifts back to you all and says, "Neither of you are to move an inch until Lady Kira and Brother Tassar returns."
What happened here?
The one you are carrying attacked me. This one, and she gestures to B45, assisted them.
Well, I was just trying to take care of the people in my charge. Because I did not know that was you.
This cult is your charge.
And they are part of the cult. At least to my knowledge. They are wearing the same robes as you. So, am I...
Save your words. They just stand there in front of you. Some time passes, the enforcer just kind of circles around to the other side of you, Oberon, as the keeper stands here, just arms crossed in front of you, just staring directly at you, Oberon, as the enforcer has your hands bound behind your back with rope.
Wait, my hands are bound?
No. Did I say Oberon again? B45.
Yeah.
You have your
I know he moved behind me.
Yeah, he moved behind you, Oberon. B45, your hands are bound. He's still just behind you. He's not binding you. He's just like kind of like closing you off so you can't run in that direction. The keeper just stands and looks off here. After a few long minutes, quite excruciating as they are, you do start to see figures start coming from the ziggurat. Let me pull them out. Compound, sister Kira approaching. Why does it keep reverting back? Like I put in these alternative photos, but it keeps reverting back to the originals. Oh well. Brothers to SARS is good enough, I guess. Okay.
Why? Oh man.
Soon, each of them walk along the road to the center here, where they are then approached. Which they are then approached by the keeper, not saying a word to either of you. You can hear some hushed voices between Sister Kira and the keeper. Jeez. Sorry about that. You can see the cultist that Jesus, that was way too loud. I need to turn you down 6 notches. But yeah, you can see them exchange words for a brief moment. Brother Tassar is looking over you both quite angrily at the moment, as 2 other enforcers kind of surround the area.
I didn't do anything.
Sister Kira, after breaking with the keeper for a moment, walks over. She stands next to the enforcer at your side, B45, and begins to speak. I understand you caused quite a commotion.
I'll attempt to turn around to face her. If the enforcer,
you can look up and like you're on your knees. You can look up and like over your shoulder. That's about it.
Okay,
but you can see her.
As long as I can make like eye contact with her. And I'll just say, well, another one that started it. I just tried in order to protect the people that y'all have told me to protect, which are the people in the robes and in the compound. I did not know the keepers were bees, especially a massive swarm like that.
Make a deception check.
That is a +0. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Cool. That is a 18.
Awfully. You, I hear, rushed over in quite a hurry for your comrade. You sure there's not some ulterior motive you had for getting here so suddenly?
I would have done that for any of y'all as long as y'all were being attacked. I did that whenever we were raided. Was immediately take action. I am not one to just sit on my haunches and wait for people to get injured.
Right, I see. It's just a convenient coincidence that your friend who you traveled here with, that you have been protecting since day 1, happened to assault one of our keepers, and you were the first to assist them.
I mean, again, if one of y'all had been attacked, I would have still been trying to be the first to protect you. That is my primary directive, is to protect.
Right. Well, then I must thank you for being on guard. Well, Brother Tassar, we should bring them in to see Lady Delora, no? Yes, I think
she'd like a word. Once she heard what happened, she was quite concerned. Well, you should probably take Ignacio here to get better, though. He looks quite beaten up.
Yes, I think that would be best. She turns about and talks to the keeper once more before the keeper parts through the enforcer and over to you, Oberon. Extending their arms out in front of you, or in front of it, they speak softly. Please hand the assailant to me. We will make sure they get healed immediately.
Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I'm gonna hand her him, her,
Him.
I'm not sure. Him, hand him over. Sorry.
Okay, you hand over the body of Ignacio over to the keeper, and they begin to drift toward the ziggurat in tow.
I mean, as Brother Tassar knows, we are. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Brother Tassar walks over, puts a hand on your shoulder.
Oberon, I hear you were quick to action as well. I seen you at work. You are usually quick on your feet.
I mean, it must have been a misunderstanding. I didn't see what happened exactly. I just saw the swarm attacking one of our people. So.
Well, we'll have to ask Ignacio, yes, to get to the bottom of it. They should awaken soon, especially with the keepers taking care of them.
Brother Tassar begins to walk toward the ziggurat.
Come now, we must talk.
The guards begin to lead, and the enforcer stands you up and starts walking you toward the ziggurat. As you guys start to round it, another keeper comes forward and greets Sister Kira. And as you guys round the side to the entrance, Sister Kira turns about and talks to Brother Tassar quietly. Tassar turns around.
Can I try to overhear?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Hope I didn't kill somebody.
18.
Oh, another 18. Nice.
Plus 2 this time.
Well, you can hear a brief discussion. Just the quiet whispering of Sister Kira is simply, I think we can let B45 out of his binding before we enter. And Brother Tassar, of course, agrees, before turning around and saying,
we can let you out of your bindings now before we enter.
So
you are good.
Heard it a little bit sooner.
Just a second ahead, essentially, like just already knowing.
Yeah. And now, what'd you say, Oprah?
No, you are gonna heal Ignacio because, I mean, we took out the last guy. If this is another assault, let's do it again.
Sorry, say that again. What?
If this is another assault, let's do it again. Kind of like what we did what was it, yesterday?
This morning.
Today, this morning?
Oh, gotcha.
If there's another one in our midst, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Make a deception check.
19.
Okay.
For the two people without any charisma score, we're rolling really well for charisma.
Well, no, because I did get in front of the bees and I rolled a 3.
Yeah, but I'm saying like with the humans.
Oh,
So you both
Are they under the effects of Viraka? Are we?
well, as you guys enter, you pass through the hallway, turn quickly to the right to head up a set of stairs, which upon the entrance of, there is a enforcer waiting at the door who, seeing Brother Tassar, kind of nods and lets him pass before handing out bottles of Viraka to each of you. Do you partake?
I'll take mine.
Obviously.
Yeah, drink it.
Okay.
Say thank you.
Constitution checks.
That is 19.
Brother Tassar's cheers. Cheers as
12.
always, as he does. What'd you say? Go ahead and put it in the chat.
12 Constitution.
And I got 19. Fine.
Of course.
But what did Brother Tassar respond to me?
He did. He made no response. He just they are quite silent as they enter.
Oh.
You get like a glance toward and a nod in response, but it felt more as of a like recognition of what you said.
Okay. Just seeing if I need to do an insight check to see. I'm just trying to ascertain that they go. Obviously, they didn't take him to the caves, but
no, they took him toward the ziggurat. Obviously, yeah. You can assume they were brought in before you. Go ahead and make a perception check. Actually,
Can I do my own as well? Looking for
no.
13.
13. You can see signs of blood trailing down this hallway that you enter through, like obviously the front hallway of the ziggurat, and then downwards.
Okay.
As Ignacio is quite bloody.
Right.
Ignacio quite obviously leaving a trail of blood behind them. The lot of you, however, when you enter the chamber, do catch sight of Lady Delora again, and her pretty intoxicating scent as well. So I need everybody to make wisdom saving throws.
normal if we pass, and then
Nat 20.
damn.
Yes, yeah. Everybody should be at normal.
14.
Okay.
What was it? Wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 22 with a nat 20.
Yeah, you do not see the beautiful visage of Lady Delora, while Oberon you do, or Bastion you do. Oberon, you see the terrifying visage of a sort of rat/rabbit-like demon with long, gnarled claws. With I've lost connection to the server. Let's reestablish.
And by this point,
I can't see the map. This is the problem.
by this point, I had already explained what coolies were to everyone.
Crulies. That was part of the discussion. I don't think you were here for, Oberon, where you guys do know what she is. It's something called a Crulie, which is a pawn of succubi and incubi. And you guys actually are quite aware of their weakness. They do frequently have the same effects that incubi and succubi do, with an intoxicating aroma, a deceptive visage, as well as the ability to charm people upon touch. You also, somebody within the party, I can't remember who had the knowledge, but did know that there is a well-known lore, I think it was Avery, that
yeah, it was really
that Crewley and their abilities are greatly weakened by once bathed in goat's blood. And a long story behind that. But you guys do know that is what her true form is, a Crewley. And that is what you see standing before you. Animalistic, like, hooved feet, which lead up into this, like, hunched body with long claw-like arms, which reach down to their side. And this mangled, toothed bunny face with gnarled ears, which bend off toward the ceiling. She turns toward you, however, and her mannerisms are very smooth and ladylike, as normally she would be, as she kind of drifts across the floor toward you, and stands to meet you halfway along her long chamber. She sees you all standing before you and gives you a long glance over, one by one. She kind of eyes you down. You get the uncomfortable feeling of her gaze upon you before she looks to brother Tassar and sister Kira. She speaks. I think this would be best for our private quarters, no? They both nod, and she begins to stride down to her chamber, off to the side of the grand. Here, let me move your characters, guys. 1 second.
Yeah, I can't see the whole map.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I'm moving your characters. She will move you. Or I don't know why Ignacio's here. Unconscious. Not there. She will walk down across the chamber to the archway, which sits in the back right corner of the grand hall, with a long carpet which reaches down. You pass a number of enforcers which kind of encirculate the room, some of them off duty and lounging on a pillory. As you guys walk past, they kind of give you a glare as you pass a set of guards which stand here, and as Brother Tassar enters, he sends them off to stand on the other side of the room. You enter Lady Delora's chambers, her private chamber, and as you enter, you can see a large archway which leads to another higher chamber at the back. Lady Delora's bedroom, you do know, as you can see a large velvet drapery which encircles a bed in the center of the room behind. In this room, however, you can see fairly fine couches line the uppermost wall of this chamber. There is a large hookah which sits in the center of the couch, with a table on the other end, which currently has a number of bowls of scented both incense and plants just cast within. Across the room, there are a number of different couches which line the furthermost wall, and a number of ottoman on the southernmost wall, which are filled with rather unique trinkets, although mostly just like porcelain fineries and little gold ornate gold and silver ornate statuettes.
Is there how many people are in this room?
With you, there are Brother Tassar, Lady Kira, or Lady Delora, and Sister Kira.
Just the 5 of us?
Yes, currently just the 5 of you.
And between us and the grand hall, it's a door?
Not a door. It is just an archway. There are...
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if we were private or
No,
not.
it is a large chamber. And he did send the guards that were standing outside the archway away. You can't be 100% certain there's not someone just around the corner listening, but you know,
Right.
probably quite punishable if somebody was listening in on Lady Dolores' private conversations. And one of the enforcers out there was watching it. However, yeah, there is no barrier stopping.
Mhm.
No,
There's no killing them and getting away with it.
No, but I can mark how many enforcers are in the other room.
How many did we pass on the way in?
Well, you were accompanied with one, which entered the room with you.
Did Sister Kira and Brother Tazar take Varaka before coming in?
Yes, Brother Tassar cheers you.
But Lady Kira did not, or Sister Kira?
She did.
She did. Okay.
The room itself has 3 enforcers in it, all of which are on the far side of the room. And there are off-duty enforcers in the room, which you would know from your time in here. They're usually enforcers during the day who are off shift. But yes, that is the makeup in the room. I'll mark the
5,
off-duty
6,
ones.
7 enforcers? What do we got?
3 enforcers in the room.
Well, no. How many off-duty ones?
The off-duty ones are not wearing armor or weapons, so I'm a little less tempted to mark them as the same. They do have the same hit point count, but I'll mark them as cultists. So there's 2 other cultists, which are the off-duty enforcers.
How many cultists were in the room? Like
2.
How many...
2. There's 5 in total in the other room.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I guess you can't see.
Were they walking, Bastion and myself, next to each other?
Yeah, pretty much, mostly.
Would we be able to quietly whisper?
You could try. Who knows what they'll hear? I know what they'll hear.
The god does.
I see all.
Right.
Chris said the walls have ears. I am the walls.
If these walls could talk, I am the walls.
Are we doing this here and now?
It's up to you.
Well, you are brought in here, and Lady Dolores stands on the far side of the room. As the 2 of you round inward, Sister Kira and Brother Tassar kind of split up to either side of the room, as you 2 are lined here. Oberon, you are left next to Brother Tassar. As B45, you are kind of brought into the center of the room in front of Lady Delora. Oberon, you are... make an insight check.
19, 21, 23. Insight.
Okay. Based on the way the body language in the room and how most of it is centered toward B45, you feel like you are just brought in as a witness. Brother Tassar stands next to you at ease with your presence there for the time being, it seems. You are not under the same scrutiny as B45, it seems, at the moment. As Lady Delora approaches in front of you, 5 feet back, B45 and speaks softly. B45. Well, I myself was told by a very worried cultist of mine about the situation that unfurled out in the fields. Please tell me what happened in your own words, and please do not leave anything out.
I had started to do my watch where Brother Casar had left me. And as I was watching over the compound and around it, I had noticed Ignacio being chased by a swarm of bees and subsequently going down due to his injuries. So I rushed in as soon as I could in order to save him, as that has been my charge while in here, is to protect everyone, you yourself included.
I see. Make a deception check.
$17.
Okay. And this swarm of bees, did you see where it came from?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Why do you think Ignacio might have been attacked by this swarm?
I do not know.
You didn't...
As I said, the only way, the way that I remember, and the way that I saw it, is that I was doing my shift, and Ignacio screamed, and I turned around, and he was already being swarmed.
I see. Well, if that is the case, I can truly understand the actions you took. This is all but a misunderstanding, I'm sure. She starts to walk around the room. Oberon, does this story match what you saw?
All I saw from the corner of my eyes was the bees obviously emerged from the keeper uniform and started attacking Ignacio. Might have tripped or had fallen or something like that. I didn't get a good look at what exactly happened.
Make a deception or persuasion check.
What? Hold on. Okay. So persuade. Well, they're both the same, so it wouldn't matter. 8.
Okay. She rounds to the back of Bastion and touches a hand upon his shoulder. Bastion. Yeah.
Wisdom.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it at disadvantage due to Raka? Because I failed my constitution, or no?
What did you roll?
I rolled a 12. No, I rolled
a 12
14 for. Where's my con? Oh, I didn't. I rolled
14
constitution, but 14 for my first one for failing the first wisdom saving throw.
The wisdom saving throw? Oh, yeah. No, that's the view. No, just a normal wisdom saving throw.
Yep, cool. Yep. 2 times in a row. Let's go.
What'd you roll?
A 9.
Oof.
This handsy
Well,
woman.
Better than my 8.
you are charmed.
Yeah.
This means you obey Lady Dolores' verbal or telepathic commands. If the target suffers any harm or receives a suicidal command, it can repeat the saving throw.
Yeah.
In your head, you hear Lady Dolores' voice. Now, child, tell me everything you saw, and do not hold anything back.
I saw Ignacio rip the mask off of one of the creepers. And then I proceeded to help him in making sure that he would not die.
Why did you do that?
Because he is my friend. And I don't want to see another one of my friends die.
Are you more loyal to your friends or to the Violet Knight?
I am loyal to myself, first and foremost.
She rounds back to the front of the room and turns back to you all. That might be a problem, you understand, B45.
Yes, I do.
But you were just protecting a member of your cult. I cannot fault you on this. Thank you for being honest with me. You have given me a lot to think on. She turns back and addresses Sister Kira and Brother Tassar. I think these two were just doing their duties as enforcers, and they should not be punished. No, they should be rewarded. Make sure they get an extra dose of Viraka once their shift is ended, and they may return to work. Sister Kira, you will handle Ignacio's punishment for his actions once you see to his healing. You both have done good. You may leave now.
I will leave on a dime, like spin,
Okay.
and then march out.
You got it. Oberon, you too?
We were making the rounds around the compound. What
Yep.
were we?
Brother Tassar will lead you out as that order is given. I'm just saying, asking, do you follow or do anything else?
No, I mean, I'd just be looking at Brother Jassard, kind of like.
Come, we'll get you back onto your post.
And he'll lead you guys out front of the compound.
Unless it's time to go cook.
Um,
Unless you've been forgetting that.
no, I know you've been helping.
Making the food better.
However, that's like getting off before like off your post early, because again they are undermanned, so they do still need you to work right. As a guard. However, you would be dispatched early to do that, and Brother Tassar says so as you march.
No, I have not forgotten. You will get an extra dose before you go off and help Mohad. But watch your post for the time being. And
he'll lead you out front with B45, and Brother Tassar, as he does set you back on your post, B45, he's watching you the entire time.
So, do we have a way to recruit new members?
Brother
Tassar?
You asked that to Brother Tassar?
Yeah.
There is operatives in the world. They make it their task to spread the word, as well as Viraka itself. Dealers, if you will. Runners, as we call them.
Well, because I do have that circus that I'm still... We'll eventually need to get back to. And they would like some Viraka, so I was just saying how soon it would be till we had more recruits to defend our posts.
Make a persuasion check. So he does kind of like eye you as you start talking about leaving the compound.
Well, just saying how
No.
Going.
I know, it's just a general persuasion. Or that's why I'm not making it be a deception check, but they're the same for you. But 8. Okay. Kind of like narrows his eyes a bit.
There are opportunities should, we get more people to help lend a hand around here, but for the time being, we need you here.
I'm not trying to leave. I'm only trying to see, are we going to get more recruits soon?
Well...
And more defense, because it might get a little thin.
It is true. We should most likely acquire more aggressively. I will speak to Brother Caldon about this. He could use you possibly, but for now, we are rather thin. We did just lose another hand earlier today, and that is unfortunate.
Right.
But some people, want to see this operation burn, and we can't have that. So we have to be careful about who we let in.
Oh, I understand. But this Viraka is so good.
Right. And he sets you on your post.
Cheers.
Which isn't long. You have about another hour, especially for you who are cut off early, as Mohad does come back up to you during your watch and give you a couple of Viraka to go on and help with lunch. While all this is going on, those of you within the alchemy lab, sorry to get back to you so late. You guys do hear word of a commotion as a number of enforcers do come down to Brother Emis's office and talk to him for a brief moment. You're in fact cut off from staying in the room, Avery, as Brother Emis and 2 enforcers enter. And no, Soggy, it has not been 2 hours yet. As you all work on, or I should mostly just say, as Hoffs works on alchemical prep. Eventually, Avery, your sobbing is interrupted by Emis, who needs to take his office back, as 2 enforcers, an enforcer and Brother and Sister Kister. Sister Kira approach Brother Emis's office. This is a few hours into your shift here. I will say nearing around 2 hours is when Soggy is around when break is. for you all. And around that 3-hour mark into your shift, Emis is approached by Sister Kira and an enforcer. You are seen in his office for a brief moment as Emis enters. Yes, Avery, I know it's been a rough day, but I do need my office back for but a brief moment.
Okay.
Go see Hoffs. He should be able to walk you through what they're doing out there. And
Give a bow to like everyone and then just go.
Shoo you out. Is there anything you were doing in that office for the time?
I wanted to like once I was like not like openly like sobbing to just like flip through his papers and just leave things as they were for the most part.
Okay. Make an investigation check. That's very vague as he's got lots of papers.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, elaborate. Don't just be sorry.
I was looking for specifically the Hoffs mentioned there was a prescription that he made, and I wanted to look specifically for that prescription.
It was the one for Lady Delora.
Yes.
Oh, like the project that you were working on last night, we'll say.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I had time in there on my own, could I have advantage on this roll?
No.
Okay. That's fine. 4.
Was it a natural one?
No, it was a natural 2.
Oh, you just have a shit
So
investigation score.
I just did a shit investigation. I was bereaved, Chris.
Gotcha. Well,
I thought I had more time.
You do have time, however, you are quite bereaved. I will say, for the most part, I did say already that most of the notes on the project that he was working on are still out on the table that it was being prepared last night. However, to that note, you are not planning on taking any of it, are you?
No, I just want to just...
Yeah, so mostly you're too bereaved to get any of it down. Any of the information. It's like trying to study through like tears, where like most of it's just all blurry. Everything is blurry.
Everything is blurry.
Yeah, you really can't make out much more than Hoffs has already given you, which is, that it is some sort of transmutation potion that is crafted out of the use of demon's blood, which can be quite volatile and reactive. Yeah, there's not much you can really make out of it.
All good.
More so than he was able to tell you.
When they hustle me out, do they close the door as I leave, or are they just expecting me to?
No, they close the door as you leave.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing on the other side? Anything? Just the alchemists at work in the laboratory.
Just gonna very quietly.
Okay, Hoffs, did you want to do anything?
No, I was just doing my job and the thing.
Gotcha.
Stirring pots or whatever I'm doing at that point.
Okay. Well, your hour is wrapped up by a shout from Emis, and you are sent back within the ziggurat to your duties. As you guys are sent out, those of you within the alchemist chambers, you did see Sister Kira and the enforcer leave quite a little bit earlier. Brother Emis does call you both into his office before you leave. Hoffs, Avery, do you mind if I have a word with you two before you disappear off for the break?
Sure.
Step into my office, please. It'll be really quick. He holds the door open for you to enter. as you both enter. You see his, very familiar chambers as he closes the door shut. He kind of stands between the door and you all as his voice goes a little bit hushed. And he is a little bit worried, you can tell by the look on his face. I don't know what you all have to do with this, but I was privy to some alarming reports from your friend, the green fella, Ignacio, I do believe. He apparently assaulted one of the keepers. He did not fare so well against them, and he's been taken into custody for the time being. I was asked a few questions about you two, but I assured them that you are loyal as can be, assured by your actions. I heard earlier today made that quite convincing. You can rest assured. But I worry you're not out of the woods. They're going to be keeping eyes on you, so should you be up to anything, well, I would stop that immediately. He says very knowingly.
Yep. Just nods his head.
Yes. Are you guys messaging in a chat? Where's that?
Our chat, actually, on our Discord.
It's in the Discord.
Okay. Okay. Well, I need to mute it because that's a lot of pinging.
Yeah. It's not often we actually have like a dumb conversation of someone forgetting they have inspiration that they could use to try to pass a check.
It's a scarce resource. You should remember you have it.
I'm sorry. I was more considering the fact that we could
you.
die.
I mean, I guess you're just supposed to play your character, and he gives it to us.
I mean,
role play.
He gives it very seldomly.
Inspiration is different for every DM. Some DMs don't give inspiration at all, and I don't give inspiration at all for playing your character. You should be playing your character
anyway.
That's the game.
Right.
I reward inspiration very seldomly, and yeah, most of it's not going to be from playing your character. That should be your goal.
Out, like how you did.
Yeah,
it should be like if you try to do something cool and maybe you did it or maybe you didn't, and then he's like, get a thing for trying. I don't know.
Can I roll an extra dice with the inspiration, or do I need to use it before?
No, you can like roll horribly and go, I'm going to use my inspiration here, but it has to be before I say like you failed, preferably.
Before he announces.
Okay,
yeah, before we move on.
That we have to. It does say use it before you roll.
Oh no, I don't really care about that.
It's just use it before results.
Use it before results. Like most things, it's kind of hard sometimes because some DMs are just immediately, or you may like already know the DC, so it's like really hard to make a fine line. Usually, it's just before any decisions are made.
Okay.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Because maybe failing that 3 would have been a. Well, I could re-roll that.
Here we are, as is. Emus, though, does continue. Also, should you get the opportunity to do what we discussed previously, Hoffs, that might be in the best case for some people you've associated with. I'll say no more. But do be careful. Yes, that is all. I just wanted to make sure you all are aware that your friend has been into some nasty dealings. I'm sure you all have nothing to do with it, but just so you don't get caught guilty by association. It's a little warning. Now, if you don't need anything from me.
Nope.
Nope. Well, that's all I had for you. And he opens the door and starts leading you out. Again, careful. And he'll lead you out the door before closing it. While like peering out the door as it shuts. Yeah, you guys are led. The laboratory is pretty much clear as the last other alchemist has left already for their break. But at the top of the stairs, you can see a keeper waiting to hand out vials of Viraka. And if you want to do anything, speak up now. Otherwise, you have your break to yourselves. Oberon, you have gone off to help cook for the last hour. Is there anything else you want to do during that process? Or for that process?
Just keep teaching.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Constitution performance check. So using your performance skill and the Constitution stat. Look at this look at this dramatic ass dog. Her mom has left, staring up.
When will she return from her
not sitting
grocery store trip?
Yeah, she's literally just gone to the grocery. It's just.
When will my mother return from war?
Forever. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
I long for her sweet embrace.
Alexa, set bedroom lights to 100%. Here's the thing.
Nice. So performance with Constitution. So just use Constitution modifier.
Yeah. So you use your Constitution modifier and your proficiency if you're proficient in performance. I think you are.
Gotcha. No.
You're not?
Whatever your performance stat is.
Acrobatics, athletics. Not performance, though. I wasn't the...
I don't do the pizzazz.
I just do the holding and the flipping.
Do the work.
I did the hard work, basically. The lifting,
The flipping.
those kinds of things. The eating. So anyways, 10.
Yep, 10. Okay. You have to take on the brunt of the work here, and it is hard to spend that time teaching, especially with your stressful day. So not much is gained, but you do have a couple of extra hands in the kitchen while you prepare a fairly simple meal today for lunch. Around that 2-hour mark, after the incident here in the middle of the day, Ignacio, you are soon awoken, and you find yourself in a cage. Your hands are bound. Yes.
Okay. I don't make any sudden movements, but I do want to look around without...
Okay, make a perception check. Do you have dark vision?
Yes. Okay. Oh, it's dark!
It is dark.
Oh, boy. Lucky. How many points do I have now that I'm not dead?
Got 1 hit point.
Okay, we gotta be smart about this.
You are walking on eggshells. If you go down again, death saves again. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Alexa, set bedroom lights to red.
Don't prick your finger. Don't stub your toe.
Don't
We're
even
getting
sneeze
serious.
too hard.
Don't sneeze too hard.
I love the DM saying an ominous tone with lighting.
I know. It's a little rude, Chris.
So I'm not wise as very much, so that probably explains all the dumb shit I've been doing, but also I'm dumb as shit. But anyway, it's gonna be a 15 for perception.
Can you set them to maroon?
Alexa, set bedroom lights to maroon. Oh, that didn't.
Ooh, that went to magenta.
That didn't. Alexa, set bedroom lights to maroon.
Set it to burgundy.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably burgundy.
Yeah, that doesn't. Alexa, set bedroom lights to burgundy. Nah, yeah, we've
fucking.
What about dark red?
Alexa, set bedroom lights to dark red.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Dark. No, tell her Alexa darker.
Okay, we're done. Alexa's been through a lot.
You get back to red.
But what did you roll on your perception check?
15.
15. Oh, that's not bad. You can actually see quite a bit around you. You are in a cavern, though. A dark, damp stone floor surrounds you, kind of reaches off into the distance. You can see a tunnel off to the left. Far off, you can just kind of see where the stone wall juts inward in a small 5-foot tall tunnel, 6-foot tall tunnel, which leads inward further. You can see the stone floor reaches out into the center of the room, where there is a stone plinth which kind of like rises up about 4 feet or so, and the ceiling is fairly tall in this room. Your vision can reach about 60 feet, and you do see it high up there. It kind of like peaks to the center of the room where that plinth is, climbing higher and higher, where there are a couple of stalactites hanging down more in the center of the room. They're becoming more and more frequent and larger toward the center of the room. It's quiet.
Do I see, like, I'd like to look with my magical eyes, see if I can see anything. Like, is there runes of like warning or anything, or like what's going on here? Like, are there people? Is it just me in my little cage?
Well, you're using your detect magic eyes.
Yes.
Oh. Well, let me see. Within the center of the room, there is a necrotic dagger currently sat atop the plinth on the corner nearest most the cage you are in. The faint glow from the dagger sort of illuminates the faint sign of a figure beyond, laying atop the plinth itself. As you kind of are currently in a cage that is, below the top of it. It was hard to see from the angle you were at, but as you use detect magic, you can see that the glowing dagger atop the slab of stone reveals the sign of a person laying atop the slab.
Oh, so there's somebody there. Okay. Can I like?
They're laying next to the dagger, which is on the corner of the slab.
Okay, got it. Can I?
There's also a bowl you can see on the slab as well.
Oh, a bowl. Okay. Oh, well, that's nice. Can I wiggle my hip for like 2 seconds to see if my lighter is there, or did they take all my clothes off and I'm naked?
You are not naked. You are stripped of your guns. you are, one second, stripped of your belongings, in the most part. One second. Dooby-doo-doo-boo, I cannot find what I'm looking for. There it is, player characters. So, I will say you are stripped of any weapons you have. So any daggers, your pistols,
Like my thieves' tools are gone too. My cards.
well, you were searched. Yes. Everything seems to be taken. I just rolled a nat 20 on the search.
Piss.
Everything has been taken.
I don't even have my lucky charm.
Your lucky charm, you do.
Oh, I still have it. Good, good. Whew. But I don't have my lighter.
Well, actually, no. I will say your lucky charm you don't have either, or your lighter. Sorry.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you were stripped altogether.
Okay, so I got nothing.
Yeah. Your leather armor has been removed. It is dire straits.
So I have to get take that off. Ooh, I'm squishy.
I will try to be back, but I have to step away for a while.
Okay.
So, Jaeger, I'll try to come back.
Go for it. No
before the
problem.
end of the session.
Okay, baby.
I will say, just to counter what I did say about your Eldritch Blast previously, you can cast cantrips without your
Oh, really?
spellcasting implement.
But it's only cantrips.
But it is
I
only
can't do,
cantrips.
like...
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do like spells.
Correct.
Okay. Got it.
You still have to follow the components of
Yeah.
like, all your spells. So yeah, with the cantrips.
Can I whisper underneath my breath and cast prestidigitation on like closer to the body and see if anybody's... Nah, I don't do that. No, maybe that's not smart. I gotta think here.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I can leave you to think. You're still going to be in that cage for some time as break comes. So if anybody else wants to do anything
Also check
while
the
you guys are on
components,
break, yeah.
because you might need your hands for them when you're bound.
oh, that's probably smart. Can I like take my time to like very, very slowly unbind myself?
You can make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Because they aren't simple bindings. You are tied up.
Got it. Well, that didn't go very well. 3, 5?
5? Yeah, you're struggling, but it's going to take some time. If you're going to have to keep at it. I mean, if that's what you want to do for some time.
I'm gonna do that, and like in rounds, just hear out and make sure that the body up there is like, if it makes a noise, then I'm gonna stop. If I hear anybody coming, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
I'm just looking out.
Okay. We'll run with your 15 perception check over the time of you doing that. But yeah, we'll leave that to what you're doing. Back at the compound, what are people doing on break? Brother Tassar does relieve both Oberon first, and then later B45. B45, you are given Viraka, to an extra as well, and he does seem to continue to watch you quite a bit as as Bastion is. I guess he's not here. I'm just realizing.
Did he step away?
Yeah, he did step away. He did tell me that, and I just totally blanked. But as you are relieved as well, Oberon, and you are working in the kitchen, you can tell Brother Tassar does stop in and, you know, keep an eye on you rather closely this lunch break. But yeah, you guys are free to do anything around the compound if you do. Are you meeting up? Are you eating? Or
Tassar?
What'd you say?
What do you think of lunch?
It's
I serve him a bowl.
great as always. I've no complaints here. I've been eating drool for the last few months, so literally horseshit would be better.
Well, that's glad to hear.
Not saying this compares to horse. No, you misunderstand. I was just saying that I've been having so much worse food for a while that it's you get it. We'll call it misunderstanding. He like awkwardly leaves the kitchen as he like says that, like walks out to go watch Bastion for a while. Yeah. But just humbling silence from everybody. Nobody wants to do anything.
No. I would like to go to our room. And is there anybody in there right now?
Midday, there doesn't seem to be anybody within. No.
Okay, great. I'll shut the door, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna spend an action to look through the eyes of my familiar.
Okay. As you do, you get the visage of dunes soaring high above them as far as the eye can see. Horizon line as the sun barrels on overhead. Your bird continues to fly in the direction due south, where at the moment, go ahead and make a perception check. No, I would say free of perception check, clear as day here in the very level horizon that is the direction due south, high above the dunes. You can see a fairly thin pillar of smoke billowing up due south of where your bird flies.
Oh no. Would this be...
You would know this is in the direction of Igressa.
It is. And the distance and the time it's taken to get here would feel about right.
Yeah, it's made good distance. I mean, it's still a ways out from a bird's eye view. Like, you can tell it's still gonna be flying for a while, but you can see a very thin pillar of smoke in the direction that it is flying.
Okay. Do I remember if Agressa had chimneys to any significant extent?
They have chimneys, but not to cause that much smoke.
Okay.
In fact, they had some. If anything, their water processing building did produce some steam. Very little amounts, but this is clearly smoke.
Okay.
And lots of it.
Got it. That's concerning. Okay. Okay. Got it. And I can't communicate with my bird, so that is what it is. It's not gonna get there in the time my break happens, so I'm just gonna...
No, it's clearly hours away. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So do you inform anybody about that, or?
I will telepathically communicate it to Avery.
Okay. Right, I forgot that. That's a quick fix. Makes being
no
stuck
more
in the middle
eavesdropping.
of the cult a little bit better. But yeah, okay. Then, I mean, the break is rather short, and you are set about your second half of the day's assignment. if nobody has any objections or anything that they would wish to do, then you would go about your day as planned. However, some of you under more thorough watch than previously. Ignacio, there seems to be no stirring from the slab in front of you as you currently work diligently at getting these bindings off. Over the course of an hour of frantically struggling within the cage. 1 second, let me pull something up here. Yeah, you're working very hard, computer. Okay. As you work diligently, Ignacio, you do hear over the course of the next hour, you do hear the sound of movement. It's very faint. Oh, thank you, baby. Look at it.
Damn.
Say maraming salamat po.
Right when I was in the middle of taking a dab too. It's like she knew.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shout out Boba Teas Nuts for the food.
What's the username again?
Boba Teas Nuts. Yeah. Over the course of an hour, eventually about an hour of vigorously moving your legs and thighs underneath the bindings behind your back and forcing it further and further along your hands, you're able to make some progress. However, over the course of an hour, you do hear the sound of cloth snagging against rocks and casting pebbles down the path further up the way, heading toward you. What do you do?
Chat has triple comboed watered you.
Triple comboed Oberon. You've joined them.
I would like to cast detect magic again and see if they're keepers or if I need to be more concerned, but I do stop moving. Or at least as like I stop wiggling vigorously, but like I'll like try to like move inch by inch to keep getting them off.
You guys go to KFC. Can Ralph's not have fried chicken? I'm like, this does look oddly pieced together. Like, I feel like it's all made. Why would I put the biscuit in my mouth? What a bad choice. The driest of the items.
No, keep talking. You'll have to drink more water.
So you said you stopped moving, correct?
Or I stop moving vigorously. Like I'll like you know how like when you're like fidgety, you just kind of like inch by inch will start doing that. Like,
yeah. Okay. But you're not. Okay. Make a perception check for me.
13.
Okay. 1 second.
He has food in his mouth.
No, I'm lighting a dab, and I didn't want to unmute. But is this too loud? Does the dab overdo my voice?
Yeah,
or...
it's fine.
No.
Okay. Well,
it's fine.
Ignore the torch as I talk. But the movement from down the hallway comes closer and closer as you can hear the cascading rocks kicked across the floor, as soon moving into view is the violet robes of a keeper, which, as it is far out of your view, I guess you don't see violet, but the robes enter view, and you can soon see the form of a keeper altogether. What do you do when confronted with this view? How are you trying to play this off, or are you just awake?
No, I'm just I feign still knocked out.
Okay, make a performance check for me.
Oh, I do. Okay. Woo. Okay. That's 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You play their dead, and you can see as a keeper comes into view. It is not a keeper, but Sister Kira with her hood up currently. As she enters the room, you can see another follows behind. And Sister Kira approaches the cage. You can hear her rattle the edge of it briefly before Zoom is looking in, before she steps away from the edge.
Has that dagger moved?
Well, she approaches the center of the room where the slab of stone is, and as she does, she begins to talk openly.
What does she say?
I will get to that right after this dab.
Fuck! God damn it! Cuckolded by a fucking dab.
I don't know if you're being cucked.
That's one way to put it.
I'm in a situation. Well, I put myself here, so whatever.
Thank you for holding. This is my break. Whew. Nice. Well, as she sweeps away from the cage to the center of the room, she begins to talk openly. Soon, rest easy, my children. Soon we will not only have one more, but now two. You watch as she approaches the edge of the slab, and as she pulls out a vial from within her robes, she uncorks it and pours it into the bowl next to the dagger. I will say this is happening rather quicker than I had anticipated, but I was hoping he would join us eventually. Tonight, at sundown, you watch as she reaches down, peeking through your shut eyes. She reaches down and strokes the face of the individual laying on the slab. You have been loyal for some time, and you've earned this. Ignacio has yet to finish the treatment, but I'm sure he will once he... Well,
Once we force it upon him, he will have to see the light of Lady Delore.
She turns back, kind of stirring the bowl within her hand for a brief moment before setting it down on the table. We'll return in time. She seems to be addressing the keeper on the other side of the room. You must wait but a few hours now, and you can leave here. And she will start to walk toward the keeper, and they will both turn and leave. And as you kind of open your eyes just ever so slightly to watch them go, you can hear a faint soon more of you will be able to walk with us out there, as she fades down the hallway.
So, if I looked around now, it's like both, like I heard both of them leave, like Sister Kira and that keeper that followed her in.
Yeah.
So I hear them both leave. Okay, cool. Did I hear any stirring from the body that's on the pedestal?
Mm-mm.
None at all. Okay, cool. So now the bowl is full of something, and did she leave the dagger?
Yeah, the dagger's still there.
Okay. And there's nothing in there with me but that stuff. Well, how far along am I of getting the restraints off? Can I, kick them off now?
Make another sleight of hand check. They are pretty far along. You've loosened them.
11?
11?
Mm-hmm.
Over the course, it will still take some time, but over the course of another half an hour or so, you are able to finally force the restraints off of you.
Okay. I will keep them close just in case I have to feign having them on again.
I don't know if anybody else is doing anything during their shift, but otherwise, we'll continue.
Okay. Very slowly, can I sit up and get a better look at the body that's laying on the pedestal?
The restraints weren't holding you down, it's just being in the cage that's...
No, yeah, I figure, but since I've got the restraints off, I can, like, move with my legs better.
Like that those weren't stopping you. It was just your hands that were mostly restrained. Yeah.
I thought my legs were bound too.
No.
Okay, well, I'd like to look at it now.
I mean, like, that's what I'm saying, is like that wouldn't change. That was factored into your perception check. You don't get any better if you just getting your hands removed.
Okay.
You're still in a cage that's rather small.
Okay, can I fiddle with the lock? Look at it.
I will say, without a thieves tool, set of thieves tools or some sort of implement to work in it, it's going to be mostly just like bashing it open. Unless you can think of something else to... The lock itself is like a keyhole.
Okay.
So you need something to fidget in there, or...
Yeah. Give me one second.
Definitely. Anybody else want to do anything while they're on their shift?
Nope.
We went back out to work.
Yeah. I mean, after eating and serving, you are reassigned another guard shift by Tassar, and what I was saying is he does watch you fairly closely through this process.
Just doing my work.
Okay. Well, am I still giving you a minute? Okay. Oberon, you and B45, who I don't think is here at the moment, but both of you are assigned posts
just got back.
on the northern end of the compound. So up against the mountain walls, you are given the post like furthermost to the chicken coop, Oberon, and on the other side of that bastion, where Tassar seems to like stand in the middle of the fields and watch you both.
I'm gonna wave at him occasionally. You know, just with a dumb look on my face. Just, hey!
Naturally, he waves back casually. Well,
I'm just going to like stare off into the distance, make it look like I'm looking out for things, but I'm not seeing anything. It is just, if someone were to look at my face, it would just be blank and emotionless, like stuck in the past kind of feeling.
oh. Or was that like stepping away? I took it as like, let me think for a moment.
It was possibly just stepping away.
Yeah, I understand.
Laying low.
Well, those of you in the alchemist lab, you find yourselves once more you found yourself stirring throughout the morning of today's shift, mostly just the mesmerizing, just sifting through the vats, just stirring, passing the large ore like stir to the other side where it's caught and passed back around. However, in the afternoon, you guys do find yourself on the edge of the vats, lined with a number of bottles, as well as the other alchemists all lined up in assistance with crates filled with Viraka bottles, passed down the line to be filled and passed down and stored in the front of the warehouse. This process is pretty mind-numbing and dull. There is a large spout on each of the vats, and while two of you work to fill it at a given time, one of you lugs off the box while the entire process is. One of you stands by the spout while another comes up, starts filling with you, and then heads off with the vials to store and grab another unfilled set of containers. Anything you guys want to do, feel free. Otherwise, I'm still just waiting on it. Okay, well then.
Extra prayer at night to my goddess for that dude's restful passing.
Yeah, well, as you all get into the evening, I suppose I just need to know if Ignacio is going to keep doing stuff so we can pass time. I'm just going to take a dab while we wait. Well, I'll set up a dab.
Right. So So is it still the workday or is it the evening?
It's still the workday. Like it's the
Okay.
second half of the workday. You guys are bottling.
Right. Yeah.
For the second half of the workday. And I do want to pass it on to the evening. However, Ignacio is in quite a predicament, and I believe wanting to do something, but has stepped away at the moment.
Bad time to step away.
We're at a bit of an impasse.
Our families are just hard on us for playing.
No, I totally understand this.
I saw that hand. Hi.
I'm surprised it's taken this long for any like commotion about Neen walking in and out of frame.
I just noticed it because I actually looked up, and like most of the image on Chris's thing is covered by like my browser.
Who's walking in and out of frame?
My best friend.
Girlfriend.
My best.
It's mine first.
Mine better.
Your second.
Not raising.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
You're not raising a shoosh with me, or with her.
Because these are noise
You're
cancel.
not raising a shoosh with her.
What the fuck's a shoosh?
Shoosh.
Yeah, I heard sush.
I hear
It is
sush.
shoosh. You heard it correct. Yeah. 100%.
Why do you keep saying shoosh though?
It is
Yeah,
shoosh. It's
No.
shoosh.
But
No,
Nina's
she's
saying
saying
sush.
Sush, like sushi.
Yes.
You say shoosh.
I say shoosh.
Yes,
There's no I
so-
on it.
Sush.
No, it's SUSH,
No,
not
no.
SHUSH.
We're talking about an app.
It's
It's shoosh. There's no I on the app. Look at it.
It's not a matter of I. You're putting a second H after the S. You're putting.
Shoosh. There's an H after the S.
I
Like
think we're
sushi.
So it's
How is it spelled?
spell it.
SUS. Oh, I hear what you're all saying now. Okay.
Yeah, you keep saying
Fucking
sushi.
Christ,
What the
Edgy.
fuck? Like, I feel absolutely gaslit again. What is wrong with
this
you?
app?
It's just
You
sushi.
raise a little like sushi together.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
So it's,
Yes,
So
yes.
why would it
No, I'm just a
be
little-
so
It's
everything
any
she's
different?
saying is wrong. Thank
So
you.
you
Yeah.
just kept saying.
Yeah.
Shoosh.
This is like last night's session with Lonk and fucking Trig, where they were just going in circles and circles and circles
You
of
don't
an
even
argument.
know. We had this whole. Me and that chick had a whole conversation where she thought I couldn't differentiate milk and milk.
What
This-
was
Milk
this?
and
Is-
milk.
Hey, Soggy, you here?
What is
I called
milk?
them. They didn't answer. I texted. They
Oh,
didn't
okay.
answer.
Well, no, don't do that. Don't go that
they're-
far.
I
Their
mean,
mother
that's
or
what they
father
didn't
probably
answer.
called them.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't answer. They didn't answer.
Like, I know they're busy. I just like need to check that they're back because you.
Yeah.
I was actually like thinking about doing it tonight,
this be
and
better?
then
I love the mushroom forest. We are a fan of the mushroom forest here.
specifically the night mushroom forest, and I love that it's just a floating head, nothing else. It's the mushroom forest beholder, and that's all. That's perfect.
That would actually be really fun if you did like a
mushroom
like
thing.
no, you did like a green screen, just like neck sleeve thing, so you're just a
Neck-
floating head the entire time while DMing.
Does this let me choose the screen color?
Did you choose the background? I suppose.
Right, but is it green or is it just looking at my head?
It just
No, it's
looks
just your head.
Yeah.
Like
It
behind
just-
you, it's like sort of dark as far as I
It's essentially like it's not chroma keying; it's actually just cutting you out, so
I mean-
everything has the prominent thing.
Like,
Right,
you
but
can
see
see
how I'm,
your
like,
shoulder
I
when it
have
was lower,
gray.
it was faded.
It does.
But
It would look better if you had some sort of green screen behind, just because it could use any solid color that it could pick up behind, instead of differentiating between colors. But
well, I was wondering if they let me like choose that.
well, no, like a solid color. You could like
Like
you could
if I
upload.
wore a green shirt.
Oh, like in the settings.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just picks up what it picks up. It doesn't like.
If you had like a solid background that was green and then wore a green shirt, I believe it would also take out the green shirt. Because, for instance, Russell, who is in our tomorrow game, he has a green screen background. He also has a green cup that he always drinks out of on streams. So he has like a background that is well cut out. Like you don't get like that kind of like pixelated look on the shoulders. Yeah,
you see.
because he has a green screen.
But you can see that it's like dark behind my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And
Yeah.
it matches the gray of the shirt, but it's not like.
But Russell, he has like a Death Star background, and so whenever he goes to drink his cup, which is also green, it's like an invisible drink. It's really funny. Anyway, Soggy. Pinata. No? Anybody play Hood Outlaws? That's a fun game.
Hey, I do play it.
You boys have been playing
It's an extremely fun game.
I think that's the name of it. But yeah, it is actually
Yeah,
pretty good.
Outlaws and Legends.
It is.
I think this one just based on distance.
Yeah.
It's fading into the mist of your background.
You can see it's a green shirt.
It looks like a white shirt. Is it a green shirt? Now it's yellow. Now it's white again.
If it's green. We figured out what this food is made of.
No,
Did you do any
Not
investigating
chicken.
while I was gone?
No, it's
You guys, I mean, the most you've worked out is that it's definitely not chicken. It seems like it's got extra, like, it's got weird fatty veins which don't grow like veins should, or veins of fat should. It don't look right. This is chicken.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys really can't make it. It doesn't look like anything you've. It's like.
Have we gone
the
into
biggest-
the mines at
A day has passed, really, since you were gone. Not much has changed. You guys, I mean, not even a day. You guys. I'll find out what that is, sir. I mean, to be honest, the last 2 sessions have been like 12 hours in game. You've all been like kind of split up doing other like RP situations. Still looking for Soggy? Is there a Soggy?
no pinata.
Okay. Well. As we need to move things along, we're just gonna have to pull the trigger here and kill Soggy Pinion. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we're gonna have to just move ahead to the end of your shift, which, as you guys finish out your guard, there seems to be there seems to be a bit of a enhanced activity throughout the ziggurat, as many of the keepers are more alert throughout the compound, watching you all pretty intently, those of you who are standing guard. out back of the compound. But over the course of the next 4 hours, the sun does, burn quite a bit overhead, but you are provided with water as well as other drink while you're on watch. And over the course of the hour, or the 4 hours, eventually your watch does come to an end, and many people begin retiring throughout the compound. We're working the fields turn in, followed soon by a change of watch from the enforcers. As you, those of you within the laboratory, retire as well, Emus bids you all adieu for the night and starts to close up behind you all as you leave. As you alchemists leave the laboratory, a number of enforcers are waiting at the door to pass you and start lugging crates of Viraka in vials past you into Brother Caldon's room. As you guys are all left off your shift, you're left to the evening to do what you'd like as sundown starts to kick in.
Right, first thing I'm gonna do is go back to our room again.
Before or after dinner?
I'm just gonna go straight there.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
I was asking. I'm more or less asking Chris.
You're let off early, I will say, to help cook dinner again. If there's anything you want to do at that time, you can. Otherwise, you cook dinner. To save time, we'll say it's a fairly good dinner, unless you want to do it.
Well, I'd want to be teaching every time if possible.
Okay, roll another check then. Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get an idea of what time is it, like after dinner, before dinner. So.
Well, at first it's before dinner, then it's after dinner. Whichever you want to do, it's speak up is kind of where we're at. You guys are let off to go to dinner. Dinner is served with the commissary. If anybody wants to do anything there, I assume you all eat together. Anything. At this point, I think you're just all robots, part of the cult.
I'm going to just head straight to the room. And if anyone's, I'm just skipping dinner. And if anyone is nearby, not just player characters but NPCs as well, they will hear Bastion punch the wall as hard as he can.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I went straight there, so
you punched him.
Open the door and be like, "What's going on in here, Bastion?"
It is. I was reminded of a hard past today. And I really do dislike the feeling of losing or failing over and over again.
I assume this has something to do with the bees, or is this something else?
It does and doesn't at the same time. It's mainly just my own sense of failure. It's high today, at least. Couldn't completely save Ignacio.
Got it. That's. So do we know where they took Ignacio?
One of the keepers took them away for healing.
But we don't know what.
No. Hence my feeling of failure.
Yes.
Again.
Again, indeed. And at least if my familiar is not with us right now, I don't really have there's no easy way for me to somehow check or search around for Ignacio. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do about that. But speaking of which, I'm going to check in on my familiar. And can I see what my familiar is up to?
You can. It is closer now to the pillar of smoke that is in the direction of Agressa. And while it is quite a ways still on the horizon, you can see the walls of Agressa silhouetted on the horizon and the smoke bellowing from within.
Mm-hmm. The walls are intact?
They seem to be. Yep.
They seem to be. Okay. Doesn't sound like that's the absolute worst possible outcome then. Do I have any idea on it'll be like another few hours before the bird gets there? Like 30 minutes or
Oh no, it's gonna be some time. It is it's gonna be a few hours out still.
okay. Got it. Alright then. Well, that'll be that. I'll check in a few hours if I can. Sebastian,
Yes.
do you know of anyone or anything that would have reason to attack Agressa?
As I have just been woken up recently, I don't know much of the current state of affairs of the state or the people inside.
That's fair.
The last thing I remember is about 500 years ago, right before I was deactivated.
Yeah. Probably significantly far enough that that's not terribly useful information. Alright. Well, we'll wait then. There's a lot of smoke there. And, you know, it definitely means something's happened, but not that I know what. Yet, anyway.
Okay then.
Yep.
Are you not going to eat tonight?
You know, I've kind of lost my appetite out of everything that's happened in the past 24 hours.
No, that is understandable.
Not that you'd quite understand, but yes. Not needing to eat and all.
Yes.
Having an appetite, the concept in general.
Yeah.
Knowing
It's
what
a
an
concept.
appetite is.
I mean, I still
I know.
understand living beings and their need to eat. That it is necessary for y'all to function.
It's like my bloodlust. I need to kill, you need to eat, I get it.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oberon, you of course have your meal. There you don't see Ignacio, obviously. You don't see you don't see Oberon, or I'm sorry, you don't see Oberon. You don't see Bastion. I did it again. You don't see Hoffs. Hello. Do you finish up your meal? Do you go back early, or you're muted?
Thank you. Who is there eating dinner?
Pretty much, like, most
Is Brother
people
Chisar
at
there?
any given time is what?
Is Brother Chisar there?
Brother Tassar eats with the eats with a group of the enforcers for a brief moment. He kind of just like stops in and then takes the meal to his room. But you do see him in there for a brief time. You can grab him and talk to him.
Yeah. So I just wanted to see how Ignacio was doing. I haven't seen him.
I'm not so sure myself. It is Sister Kira's responsibility and the keepers to take care of the health of the folks around here. It's not really my concern.
Okay.
I assume those bites, they were more serious than they looked. He was quite covered in them, though.
I mean, I did hire him for a job, so I just, protecting my investments.
Oh, of course. I will let you know if I see him around.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. He takes his food and disappears off to his room in the enforcer's chambers.
Continuity.
Yeah, of course. The meal, I mean, most everybody else is there. Sister Kira, Brother Caldon, Brother Emus, none of them actually like stay with their food, but they do go get them. You will actually note Sister Kira does not. Sister Kira is brought food by a keeper who approaches the door and receives it from you. The only keeper that comes and gets food, might I add. As you continue, however, after meal is wrapped up, everybody comes and goes. You head back to the room, or
Yeah, I might head back to the room and meet up.
you group
See
up
if
with
maybe
them.
Ignacio.
Is Ignacio here at their mic, by the way? By chance? By maybe tiny, maybe a little bit.
Does not sound like it.
No. Okay.
God, we're gonna have to go rescue him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have glasses might be bad.
It is quickly approaching. And as the meal is wrapped up, Oberon does arrive back in the room. Avery has not spoken up as to what they're doing.
Goes back to the room.
Did you go eat food?
Yeah, he was just going through the motions.
Okay. Okay, then I assume you head back around the same time.
Yeah.
Oberon and Avery emerge back into the room to see Bastion and Hops sitting there. Soon following in is Brother Mohad. After a while, I mean, you guys do anything. Speak up now or forever hold your peace.
Bastion is still zoned out completely.
Okay.
More depression than anything. Like a depression he hasn't felt in a very, very long time finally hitting him. So he's feeling the full weight of it.
Soon, Brother Mohad enters the room. And soon after, Sister Lyra. She enters, and Brother Mohad, going through his stuff, pulling out a deck of cards. You can see the concern on her face, and she approaches Hoffs you quietly and sits next to you on the bed. She underneath her breath, like so Brother Mohad cannot hear. Have you heard anything of Sister Tamara?
Which one was Sister Tamara? Out of character. I'm just
The keeper in training.
Was the keeper that wasn't Kira?
No, Sister Kira is the leader of the keepers.
She's the lead. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was mixing those names up.
Yeah, sorry. Sister Tamara is the keeper in training. Sister Kira is the lead trainer. Or the lead keeper.
Didn't we have a list?
Yeah, we probably did make a list.
You should see the list
We
in...
only see aggressors.
Oh, here.
For Rakesh NPCs.
Well.
Back when this was just a murder mystery.
There you go. Now you can see it.
Violet Compound.
Yes.
We
Yes.
refresh.
Violet Compound.
I don't know if it gives you any information.
It's
I'll
gives
just
us like
change
small
them.
background information.
Oh, it should just give you cultist info, basically. Yeah. Oh, not that.
Oh,
That's not right.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, just the names are really it. I can here. I'll actually I can change that. Make it clear for you. But yeah, continue.
No, I haven't
Okay.
heard anything. And frankly, all right. I'm gonna. Alright. I'm gonna speak telepathically.
Okay.
In her head, and it's gonna sound like it's me speaking. Like it's
Okay.
gonna sound like my voice, and I'm just gonna say. First words I'm gonna say, just don't freak out.
Her eyes go wide, but she doesn't freak out, so to say.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about Sister Tamara, and to the degree that all I know about the situation with Ignacio is that some kind of thing happened and Ignacio got imprisoned or like in some way, like I forget what exactly Brother Emus shared because that's
Brother
nobody
Emus.
else knows.
Yeah, Brother Emus just said he was taken into custody.
He didn't even say why, right?
That he assaulted a keeper.
Okay, yeah. And I'll say, keep this a secret, please. But Ignacio, assaulted a keeper, and while that already might be a big enough deal, whatever it is, it was important enough that he's just probably imprisoned and he's not going to be here for tonight or for a little while. But it could mean they just really don't like people assaulting keepers. It could mean there's something that he kind of found out. Frankly, I don't know why he would do such a thing. So he had some kind of suspicion, and given that we've noticed they tend to lose their individuality, there's probably something going on there. But exactly what?
Her eyes kind of like race back and forth. Can she respond through your telepathic?
She cannot.
Okay. She just kind of goes, I don't know how you do that, but I agree it's weird. There's a lot of questions that are unanswered about the keepers, but anytime I've brought it up, people have just shied away to answer. She looks over to Mohad. Most people are just happy as long as the Viraka keeps coming. They ask questions.
Clearly you're not. Just happy with the Viraka.
Well, yeah, I was friends with Sister Tamara I didn't think that was anything so dangerous. The keepers that you're just a little weird. Lady Delora always said they were the most devoted out of anyone. I think that was just her way of holding them to this higher pedestal. I don't know what to say. What do you plan to do?
Well, I can say I plan on getting out of here. I've talked with Brother Emus. He has encouraged me to do so. My suspicion is that if you feel the same way I do, he would encourage you to do so as well. In terms of...
Does that mean he'll help us?
More like he won't interfere if we try to leave. He won't obstruct us, but he seems like he doesn't want to help us at the very least. I think he's a little hesitant about taking a side in this whole issue. He firmly, at the very least, has convinced himself that he's doing the right thing by making Viraka. So there's, I think, only so much that he'll go against that. Well,
then what do you plan to do? How do you plan to get out?
Alright. I do believe that she's telling the truth, but I'd just like to insight anyway.
Yeah, of course. I'm selling it as a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Alright. Normal. 16?
Okay. She seems pretty enamored, but scared. She seems to be listening intently, interested in what you're saying, open to it.
Sure.
You should see like things after their names now, right? That give you more information on what they are. No, on each of the.
You mean in terms of like after the name? Oh yeah, so it'll be like Brother Mohad, cook's assistant.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Great.
But yeah.
Okay.
What did you say? Did you say something?
Yeah. All I'm comfortable saying right now is that I and some other people, you probably have a decent guess as to who.
He like looks around the group of people all sitting around you while you're in conversation.
Have a rough plan of sorts. And it will probably start relatively soon, within the week, I would certainly hope, but beyond that there's not really much more I want to say. I don't really, trust Lady Delora. I don't know if you've seen what she's really like behind the enchantment magic that she has, but she's certainly not what she presents herself as.
What do you mean?
She is it a demon or a devil? There's technically a distinction, and I guess I'd like to
well, That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a fiend.
A fiend.
Is that encompasses both of them?
I think so.
I believe it is a devil.
Okay.
Don't hold me to it. If that changes later on. Okay.
All right.
You get it.
Yep, I get it.
It is a fiend.
She is a fiend of some kind, and like between the Viraka making one's mind susceptible to all sorts of influences and her magic, it makes it easy to deceive people. It took me a while before I saw what her true form was, and so in any case, she's not what she presents herself as, certainly, and what her end goals are with this, I don't know, but my plan is to get out, hopefully get some other people out. If you'd like to get out, get you out. But I just want to stress, this is something you tell nobody at all, under any circumstances.
This would be a demon, technically.
A demon, technically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's normally it's kind of like the lower ranks are more often than not demons. There are lower ranked devils, but usually this is a lower rank like pawn of devils, but it is technically a demon.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It is an agent of chaos.
That's the really critical part.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I've said pretty much all I want to say for now.
Okay. She'll stand up. Good night, Hobbs. Thank you for letting me vent. And then she'll walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Since you said nothing in this conversation. No.
Yeah. That's true.
Hod's just like, she just talked your ear off for like it's 10 minutes. What'd she say, man?
Yeah, it's just
alchemist
people have
stuff.
troubles in life. Yes. No, you haven't seen the alchemy stuff, but some of these people are so poorly organized, and you've got to dig through your stuff to find all the right ingredients, and it's terrible. It's just
That's
terrible.
Actually very true. Some of them are very disorganized.
Especially coming from a student of magic who has probably been trained to keep everything super organized.
I'm just like, what the fuck, guys?
Every other table is like, the guy's like, it's an organized mess. I know where everything is. And you're just like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, sure. Good for you. Good for you. When you mess up parsley with parsnip, even though they look nothing alike, where's your organization then?
Ignacio, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I left for 2 seconds and then apparently some family showed up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We've had to move ahead a bit.
Oh, yeah.
But should anything change, it's no big deal. Where we left off with you, you were doing something. You remember?
I was looking at the lock. I
Correct.
have yet to figure out exactly how I would do it. I don't exactly have these tools. I don't exactly have the most precise instruments, nor have I figured out if I can use clothing to get it off because, well, you see, I have clothing, and my armor is gone.
Correct.
So that's the situation that I have found myself in and what I remember.
Yeah, unless you have anything really like precision related, you couldn't like get into the hole to. I mean, you could force the lock somehow, like break it.
Yeah.
Of course, most ways would probably be somewhat loud.
Yeah.
But
So hey, you said I can use cantrips, right?
correct.
Without having like a thingy.
Correct.
How loud is an Eldritch Blast?
Depends on what it's hitting.
If I use my Eldritch Blast too, I don't know.
I will say it is force damage, so that should say some.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, it does. Again, my first answer kind of holds true. It depends on what you're hitting. You know, if you're hitting stone, it's still going to sound like something hitting stone, but it's not going to be as loud as hitting metal. Hitting metal is a little bit louder.
So wait, kid, I've got the thing where I can flavor my Eldritch Blast to my genie, and they're fire. So can I technically use Eldritch Blast but fire type instead of
Does it?
force type?
Does it change all of the damage or just
add fire?
Add fire damage. I think it just adds Genie's Wrath. Once during each of your turns when you hit with it, you can deal extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah, it just equal. Making sure there's not something. I don't think so. Yeah. No, it would just add a certain other type of damage, which is fire. But
okay.
There would still be the force, so it'd be kind of like an explosion instead. Much better.
Okay.
Okay. It's not thunder.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, what are you doing?
Prestidigitation says I can warm a non-living material, but that's not going to be enough to burn anything off. Man, I'm really grasping for straws here. How do, but not too loud. Can I find a sharp rock and like try to like bang it off? Like, can I tell if it's like an old lock or is it like a relatively new lock? Or like, what about the actual cage itself? Like, is it hard, thick metal that I'm kept in, or
Make
is
an
it like a kennel?
investigation.
Okay. Uh, 16.
It is a fairly well built cage. I will say. It is. I mean, it's rather old. It's not like a brand new. There are various other signs of like hatching and scratching across the bars and around the lock. It seems you're not the first person to try to like scratch out of it. There is like a fairly gnarled bar, like on one side of the cage, near the near the gate that swings open. You clearly housed some sort of animal at one point, and it gnarled this bar as a sort of teething method, but that's all you really can find that's, you know, weaker, except the lock itself and the bar within.
Yeah.
You can assume.
Okay. So if I got that bar to like break, could I make an opening big enough with other bars? Like maybe leaving that one for last so that I can break out at a moment's notice. Like
How would you break that bar?
like I'm not gonna do like probably continue trying to get it to open up with like a rock of some sort. Like I'm not gonna bash it, but like
Okay, you're gonna like quietly work at it with like some sort of nearby stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're trying to do this quietly. Okay, I'll allow it. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Oh lord. Oh, okay. Whew, 14. 16.
But this will take some time. This is a long process, and
yeah,
you're gonna spend like upwards of an hour doing this. I
will say if I hear people coming, I will stop.
And and that's part of the process. That's what's taking so long. Is you do slam, and then between each hit, you wait out a long time to see if any reaction is made to the noise that rings out throughout the cavern. And as you keep this up, some time does pass. At one point, you do hear movement down the hallway, to which you do hear, you know, rocks cast along the stone floor to indicate somebody coming this way. And do you do anything?
Oh, I feign sleep.
You feign sleep again. Go ahead and make another performance check.
Was my 19 last time not sufficient?
No, it's a separate time though.
21.
Okay. The individual leaves after checking the room briefly to see another keeper. You continue, and after about an hour and a half of working diligently, I mean, it's actually hard to say how long you take, as you're underground and in a cage, but over a certain amount of time, eventually you do manage to not only break the bar off from its adjoining bottom half, but you're able to bend the bar significantly up and the bottom half down until you can squeeze your body out.
Okay, awesome. Can I listen out to see if anybody's coming in? Like, did I just get lucky enough to get the bar open and somebody's coming in, or has it been a while since a body's come in?
A body has come in?
Like somebody's come in.
It's been some time. It's hard to say.
Okay, got it. I
You'll
guess...
make a perception check though.
Okay, yeah. That's 17.
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
You do see the figure lying in the of the table, however, to be a familiar face, as Sister Tamara currently lies, eyes closed, next to the dagger and a pool of black liquid in a small bowl.
Oh. This isn't fun.
As you stand up and approach the table, you also see a congealing movement on the ceiling along the stalactite above you.
Oh, piss. What is that?
As you look up, you can see a mass of bees swarming amongst the top of this cavern, all piling over one another, moving in and amongst its brethren, and kind of congealing in a mass that appears to be a stalactite. It
I have a trauma of
moves.
bees now. It moves towards me.
No,
or
the
is it,
stalactite just kind of like the stalactite, what you thought was a stalactite, moves and forms in the shape of different bees. Now that you are standing directly under it, as it does kind of like come to a mass in the center, it did appear as like a giant stalactite which formed in the center of this cavern ceiling. But as you're now under the now, as you're right now, just beneath the, or just next to the stone slab in the center of the room, you can see it's a mass of bees that's kind of like congealing and swarming above.
It's in the thick of it. It's in the thick of it. Ah! Okay.
They don't
what
seem
was
to
I
react
about
as
to
you're
say?
there.
Okay, Sister Tamara, I haven't seen her in a while. Is she bound or is she just like out?
She is out.
I don't have the best medicine checks, but can I have they done anything to her?
Make a
Can I
medicine check.
For, I can't believe you did that to me.
I mean, it's still a medicine check, even if you don't are the
Yeah.
best at it. It's a roll of the dice for a reason.
I know.
I mean, hell, Bastion and Oberon have shit charisma. We just had like a full quarter of the session around it.
I love
I'm
that dice
checking
tray.
If she's sicky.
Oh, mine?
I want something that satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have this fucker. No, I love it.
Yeah, I like it because I can set 2 sets of dice in here. Because I'm constantly having to roll multiple dice for different characters.
This is actually this was a gift from Neen. It's actually like the wormwood boxes kinda. They're like 2 on one side.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, and then they close up
like
so they
those.
carry it. And then like also if you have your phone, do like a digital sheet, you pop it right there.
Oh, fucking neat.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm
Oh, by the
sorry,
way,
I'm
if
not
you-
that good of a girlfriend that doesn't give you that stuff.
Yeah, my girlfriend's pretty cool. That's right. I play Dungeons and Dragons and have a girlfriend. You didn't think it could happen.
Oh, my girlfriend's playing Dungeons and Dragons with me.
Okay,
That feels
that's a myth. That doesn't happen. That doesn't
It
happen.
exists for a reason, Chris.
That doesn't exist.
So anything exists for a reason.
Anyway, you guys, you are underneath that congealing mass of bees. What are you doing?
I said I got a 16 on a medicine check.
Oh, yeah,
check
of
my
course.
sister Tamara.
She is out cold.
Like magic? Well, I can't tell that. I really can't tell if it's magical. Well, can I use detect magic on her? Well, I checked earlier. The only thing that was magical was the dagger. So she
with a
clearly
16
isn't.
medicine check, you can tell she is clearly ill from something she has been consuming.
Baraka.
Her features seem sunken, and her body seems to be like in a state of rejection with something within her body.
Oh, okay.
That's what you.
Can I look around to see if I find any of my stuff, or are we just in here with the dagger, the bowl?
There's the dagger, the bowl, you guys, and 2 hallways leading out either side of the.
Okay, 2 hallways. When people were coming in, did I ascertain as to which hallway they were coming in through, or did I just hear bodies, or did I just hear them come in? I couldn't ascertain where.
Yeah, they were coming from the hallway, basically to the left of where the cage is, the southern most hallway.
Okay.
How I have the map oriented.
But yeah, just giving you a heads up, Chris. If you look at my sheet and see a bunch of maneuvers, it's just that way I don't have to import them individually each time I change them. So the ones I'll be using are on the front.
Okay. What are you doing, Ignacio? Yeah, every time somebody has come from a hallway, it has been from the southern hallway. There's a hallway on the other side of the room to the...
Okay, got it. Can I go check the other hallway?
Of course.
Like, really quietly?
Stealth check.
Stealth check. Oh boy. See, don't fail me now. Oh. 20, 21?
I'm
21.
No
wonder what that was
Any
about.
facial expressions.
I was like, she wanted something and I couldn't tell what. It was a ostrich. Okay. Quietly heading ahead of you, you find a winding tunnel which leads through the mountain, or the stone, rather gradually in a downward trajectory. Oh, you lost someone. Gotcha. Bit by bit, you kind of creep slowly, making sure not to kick any of the stones which lay on the carved floor here as you creep through. It is dark ahead of you, as far as you can, your eye can carry. And as you pass through, you find within boxes and barrels, crates stacked up along a large stone chamber. This one bigger than the last, ever so slightly. It's both wider by a bit, whilst reaching a little bit longer to store a number of different crates.
I'm detecting
within.
magic, by the way.
Most of it is magical, ever so faintly, as this is all Viraka here.
I see.
And as well as a number of magical equipment stored off to its innermost wall, in a chest enclosed some sort of magical glow from within. However, you can just see it creeping through the shut lid of this chest along the innermost wall. Everything else that is glowing within here, magical, is clear as day, Viraka.
Okay.
Most of the vials that were bottled earlier today, in fact, most of it is seemingly stored here.
Okay. So if this is just Viraka storage plus sacrifice pedestal, by the way, can I just steal that knife and like have it on my person? Because I don't have any.
If you want to go back and get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get it. Could I also like? I gotta think here.
Don't forget the chest with the magic weapon or whatever it is. There's something magical inside the chest that's not Viraka. And that sword.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a chest with a magical glow from within on the innermost wall. I was.
Oh, shows what I pay attention to. Can I grab the dagger and then be like, okay, I have a dagger now, but there was another thing, and then go back in there?
Okay.
All stealthily, because I don't know when someone's gonna come back in.
Okay. So you're gonna go back and get the dagger first, and then go get the chest.
Yeah.
Go and make a stealth check.
That is, ooh, that is 20 plus 22 for stealth, but nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, you quietly creep down the hall. You do hear the sound of a door shutting down the southern hallway.
What?
Yes, the sound of an echo of a door slamming can be heard. As you creep back up northward, yeah, what are you doing to get the chest open? It is locked.
Oh. Obviously, I've got dagger now. Can I stick that fucker in there?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. God bless. They're being nice to me today. 22.
Oh yeah, you got it open. You kind of jam the ritual dagger within and pop it open.
What's in there?
Your stuff.
I'm putting everything back on, and I'm hiding.
Okay. Where are you hiding? What do you mean you're hiding in this room? There is the Varaka. I will say within this chamber there is the tunnel from which you came. There is also another. I left this out. There is another tunnel leading out to the other side.
Wait, in the Varaka room?
Yes. Sorry. I left that part out. My bad.
That's okay. I will hide. Do you think I could get away with like going, oh cool, everything's empty, I have all my stuff back on, I'm gonna hop back into that chest that they put my stuff in?
You're gonna hop in the chest?
To hide?
It's a chest.
It's not a big.
It's
chest.
It's not like it's
oh, like a small. Okay.
Yeah, it had like.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it's
just big enough for personal belongings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then I'm hiding amongst the Varaka and inching towards the.
You think you're a lot
basically.
Smaller than you really are? Yeah, no.
No, I'm
yeah, you can.
12-year-old.
You can hide. I mean, not even you could really fit in a chest. That'd be hard.
As a 12-year-old, I have fit in.
I don't even think.
You have to be a contortionist.
Yeah.
I have fit in luggage.
Someone would have to shut the lid.
Turn
you know?
around
like,
and ask her if she's fit in luggage. Turn around.
No, I know, but still, it's not. That's luggage. First of all, not a chest. Let me show you a chest. I have something
that
for this.
A small chest.
Oh, okay.
Chest.
Okay.
That's a very cute chest, though.
It is a small chest.
But that's the one that would hold like a full
Stop
set of
looking at my
armor
chest.
Chris, you're a slut, and
Anyway, yeah. So you can hide. Yeah, you can definitely hide behind the Varaka.
I'm checking the other hallway to see if there's anything in there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move towards it. I'm just gonna check it because if
give me a perception check.
If I get pinched in here, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Fair. That's understandable.
What was I doing? Perception?
Yes.
5. I'm just gonna hide.
GMs work fast. ADHD works faster.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what was the perception? One more time.
It was 5.
Yeah, that's gonna get you very little. But what it will tell you is light comes from beyond this threshold.
I
you
wish
can.
I wish I knew what map I was on. Am I on a map and you're showing me this?
I suppose there.
Because right now I'm on Violet Knight
Shoot!
Cigarette,
Did I get rid of
and
it?
I don't
Where
have
is
a
it?
I don't have a token on here. It has seemed as if you've taken me off of the map.
Oh no, there it is. Got it. Yeah, because you were in the wrong room. I had to delete you. I will. Be all weird though. It always.
Only if you make it awkward.
True. Oh, look at that. We've got Bellathar cheered 100. Start the clock.
I'm gonna ruin Saki for now.
Gotcha. You're gonna need
You're
it.
gonna what?
You get a bless for the next 30 minutes out of the game.
Yeah.
So it's a
well.
So work fast.
Yeah, work fast.
He loves me.
Okay. Well, I need walls. Can be quick.
Can that timer start once you get done
Yes.
setting up
Yes.
a map?
Of course, sir.
Oh.
That's why I haven't. That's why I haven't started it yet.
Or at least just I'm gonna leave in the next like 30 because I presume this is gonna be the rest of session.
Yeah, I will end it at a fairly reasonable point because we are reaching the end of our time, allotted time here.
Yeah, Kronk also said that he's gonna look through his familiar one last time before he does a long rest.
Okay.
That was the other half of his message as he was leaving.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's the time.
Is it the time?
Bye guys. Good luck. You got this. Someone message what happens. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. Soggy, you can put out your character here in just a second. I mean, we could actually very easily pick it up here next. Not to. I mean, yes, I would prefer many of the players be here rather than have to catch them up after the fact.
Yeah.
To be honest. But we will move on a little bit ahead here, as you are right there. This is not sized properly. I'm just now realizing. It's massive. And I just put in the walls, so deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll deal with what I'm given.
However, there is you should be able to see, right?
No,
Ignacio, you can't see anything?
Let me.
Oh, you're not on the. There we go. Wait, activating.
Hold on.
And just so everybody can see, I will put you all out there.
I'm waiting for this to load. Is your computer working hard or hardly working?
Mine? Is that it making a lot of noise?
It's okay.
Okay. Hey, don't go ahead there, Oberon. Thank you. I will have to implement the rule that did screw over our other another player earlier in my in another DM in Russell's game. He strictly enforces where your token moves is where you move, so that has set off a number of traps when we're discussing plans before, because somebody has just like walked beyond a threshold. It's frustrating, but I as a DM I understand why he does it. Obviously you're not
It's
here,
like-
so Oberon would just
like
take
move the
1d4 psychic damage. No, I'm just,
Well, you were also like, oh, you
Um,
guys just get a watch, so I was
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
cool, I'll just move around.
you're gonna clip it and go through the walls. No.
Just hit me.
Ignacio, you do see
I wish I
through
could see.
through this are you not here? Can you not
No.
see? Why can't you?
No.
Did you refresh? Can everybody else see?
Yeah. I
I can
refreshed.
see my I can see like my vision distance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I would refresh again. Yeah, you're there. I can check. You should have vision. Oh, you're in the wrong manner, so let me move you over. You're in Masaf's mansion. Go to Violet Cave 1 on the map.
I don't get the. I don't have Violet Cave.
Why are you not here?
What?
I
Am I
don't
gonna
know.
have to reactivate it? How did you do that?
Reload your foundry.
Like, I have you just here. I have to don't reload your foundry again. I'm reactivating it. There you go.
There it is. There it is.
Okay. So through here you can see a light beyond. However.
Okay. So this is the room with the Varaka, and then I'm assuming over here is where Sister Tamara is laying.
Correct.
Okay. With my 5 perception, I see a light, and I would like to sit here
if you
hide.
Okay.
But like, if I can get a better check later, because right now I'm like, that doesn't.
Wait, did you already make a? You're gonna. I mean, keeping watch there while you hide. I mean, you don't really hear anything. Further down the south end of this compound, you do hear some grunts, however, through that passageway, and the sound of striking stone, metal striking stone. That kind of repeats time and time again as like the lights beyond flicker, as movement kind of goes beyond torches. But yeah, that noise kind of just repeats distant throughout the cave through that door. How long are you waiting there to hide?
Until I can. Well, if I hear striking, I'm assuming that's where all of the people are mining. And if where there's miners, there's probably enforcers. Fuckity. And then there's always a watch along the cave entrance, which I'm assuming is where the Sister Kira was coming in from to get into the room that I was in just a couple seconds ago. So I'm sort of in a predicament where if I leave, somebody's gonna see me, and if I go in there,
What are you doing?
Hiding. I am hiding.
You're just
There's nothing
waiting
else-
there? For what? Till when? Just for how long? Prolonged period of time?
Can I start sneaking through to this hallway?
Yes. You just have to give me a stealth check.
Okay. And I have a bless.
Yeah, technically.
16.
Okay. You quietly creep on ahead, giving you a wider and wider view. You see within a cliffside. As you approach, you should see there is a ledge where most of the light comes from beyond. A torch light from below the ledge, which kind of flickers, and one which comes from deeper within a second cave, kind of lower, as well as most of the torchlight, however, is over the cliffside. Can you actually see the light sources That give it away weird? I think it gives it away weird.
So
Oh,
I
well.
have a cone here up to here, and then I
Yeah, I
start
see
to
it. I see it.
like
It's weird,
the-
but it gets the point.
okay.
Cross. You can, those torch lights kind of are well below the ledge, so you can't really see the light the light source themselves. You can just see the like flickering illumination that comes off of them. However, on the ledge in front of you, you can see a keeper currently standing and watching over the side of the ledge here.
Okay.
As you kind of creep ahead to the side, you can just barely see him.
Can I detect magic for any sort of alarm runes?
Yeah, of course. Your detect magic does not seem to reveal anything. And he.
So I just.
Yeah. You just what?
I was gonna say, do I just see the keeper? And like I can hear.
I mean, yeah.
keep in mind
Yeah. Like you can in the game. In the game here, you can just see the keeper. But since the light like illuminates from like the edge of the cliff face there, like it casts this silhouette, which kind of like quite clearly illuminates the keeper to you. You can see the keeper quite clearly as they stand on the edge of the cliff, which is, lit down there. It's like the keeper's staring into a light bulb, There is
Shit.
Sorry, one second. Pulling up something else real quick. There is a second tunnel, which I will say you can see just along the wall further in, and a ramp which leads down further here.
Okay, got it.
You can hear the sound of striking stone just below the ledge, metal on stone, and deep grunts. Which sound almost inhuman.
Ooh. I only see that keeper. I don't see anybody else. Everybody seems to be down further here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I like? Yeah. Can I cast prestidigitation to? Are there any lights around here?
No. The lights
here?
are just below. Yeah.
Okay, got it. I will use prestidigitate to make a sound over here, so that he goes this way, and I can hopefully sneak up behind it.
Sneak up behind him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Plus blessing. 28.
Okay. You make what sounds like an echoing shout kind of resonate down this hallway. And as the keeper's head suddenly turns in its direction, it starts to move. What are you doing?
I'm sneaking up behind him.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Plus blessing. 16.
Okay. You manage to sneak up across it as it continues to drift down the hall toward the hallway there. What are you doing?
I am not not gonna do something stupid, hopefully.
What are you trying to do?
Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna sneak past him because I can't hit him and guarantee he'll go down. He's a bunch of bees, so.
Yes, that is true.
I mean, I could poison spray him, and that might, but I'd have to like rip shit off. He might make a noise, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna sneak past him and stick to the wall.
I will say, like, sneak attacks like that in D&D really aren't that much unless you're Idris.
Yeah, it makes sense because he's what the what was he again?
Assassination rogue.
Yeah, he's an assassin rogue, which specifically has like a thing for that, where they're insta-crits.
Insta-critical hit.
Insta-crit.
Yeah, I'm not that. I'm
And-
a squishy warlock with 1 hit point.
And that's with sneak attack, so that is like the only thing that really insta-crits things, especially the fact that they're bees. So that's a good call.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sneak past and go to the ledge?
Yeah, I'm just gonna whoop.
Okay. Well,
Into the thick of it.
okay. Is your plan to just like jump from the ledge or just look at the ledge? Because I mean, your prestidigitation was mostly just down here. Don't know how long he's gonna like go checking this out.
Right, can I make another noise deeper down there?
Yeah, you can definitely try. Go ahead and make another deception check then.
That blessing. Also, your blessing is really working, babe. God bless. 25.
Oh, just a 25. How lame. You're not even trying.
I know. It's not like I have an 8 in deception.
Okay. Okay, indeed. 1 second. Yeah, you once again echo the call, but further down the hallway you see it. And the keeper, very questioningly, kind of like cocks its head and continues down the hallway. That still doesn't necessarily answer my question. Yeah, what are you doing? Are you just like...
So he's going further, right? So I can take at least a little bit of time to be like, will I die?
True.
To going down the cliff.
True indeed. Well, 1 second. Get something out there for you to see.
You know what this is giving me vibes? Because you said the grunts coming from down here don't sound human, right?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It reminds me of that one game that what's his face? Jack Black was in, where like it was a bunch of headbanger rockers and they could only use their face to crush rocks.
What?
Oh, Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
Oh, the game. Oh, right.
Yeah, the game.
What a chief. That game.
Yeah, right.
Did he have to drop too?
Possibly. He didn't say anything though.
Well,
no, he didn't leave anything in the
shame.
the Scorched.
I'm just trying to import something. Okay. Go. As you.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, wonderful. Where's it? Did not load.
Thank God for prestidigitation.
Get it.
Oh! I knew it! I fucking knew it!
As you see over the ledge, two large, bulky backed, hunched over, mutated monstrosities with large lumbering arm which clutches a large makeshift pickaxe, which lifts slowly and slams into the stone, casting a large cascade of rubble to shoot across the stone floor. You can see two lumbering monstrosities like this immediately below, as well as within the chamber deeper in, you can see a shadow move within.
Okay, I've seen enough. I am gonna head back into the Baraka room.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Okay, yeah, you can do so. You're gonna run back into the Baraka room.
I've seen enough.
What do you do from there?
I'm gonna check the sacrifice room to see if Sister Tamara is still there, or if there's more bodies in there and I need to get smart again.
Okay. As you start moving into the ritual room, there is no sign of any sort of movement within this room. However, you do quickly hear noise coming down this hallway as you start to re-enter this chamber.
Okay.
Movement toward you as more sounds of cascading rocks can be heard. Pebbles sweeping across the floor.
Okay. I will stick to the walls here. And I'm going to cast Prestidigitate on the... Oh no, that's in the hand, sorry. Nope.
Oberon jumping around. I love it.
I'm just trying to discover the whole map. It's
No, I get it. It's just...
Yeah, I was doing the same thing where I was like, y'all moved, I don't know where y'all are really. So I just
Are there like lights, like fire, like torches in this room?
It's dark in
No?
this room.
It's dark in this room.
It's
Okay,
black.
then I will stick to the shadows and just hope to God they don't notice that I'm out of my cage. And if they do, I will hold.
You can assume they have dark vision like you if there's no lights in this cave. It's not unheard of.
Okay.
You know, for individuals with dark vision not to rely on lights in caves.
That's fair.
So you're just hugging the cave here? Make a stealth check if so.
No, I'm gonna go back into the Baraka room.
Okay.
Because if I didn't even think about that, if they've got dark vision, then I'm fucked-eed. So I'm gonna go back in here. And I'll hide.
You're gonna hide in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a stealth check then. As
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you duck down into this room and hide behind some of the Baraka bottles, you do hear metal being rattled from down the hallway. After a moment, you hear
Got in there.
You hear some hurried movement.
Yeah, they're looking for me.
A door slam,
They went back into the main hallway?
Before you hear movement rush toward you. You hear some muffled noise in speaking in the distance.
Prestidigitate's footsteps over here.
Where?
Over here.
Okay, make a deception check again. Jeez, sorry.
Woo, 30? Jesus.
30?
Because
Jeez.
I natted 20, and then I rolled a d4 on the blessing, and then I have an 8 in deception.
Okay, well, you watch as a keeper runs down this hallway in your direction, quickly passes the bottles, and starts to glide on past in the direction that the noise is heard.
I duck it into this hallway.
You hear some chatter between the two keepers within the other room, and you run through this one.
Over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you run past.
No. Can I pick up Sister Tamara and just duck it out of here?
Yeah, past in the southern hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, you pick up Sister Tamara and start running. Down that hallway, you run about 10 feet before you run into a shut iron door.
Okay. I've got these tools now.
Okay.
Is it locked or
it is
can
locked.
I just... It's locked. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I'll put her down for 2 seconds and pick at it and hopefully
make a these tools check.
I'm not proficient, so it's probably just gonna be a flat check. It's dexterity. Okay, got it. I don't do my mod, right? For my dex, it's just flat.
What? Sorry, it's your dex. Are you proficient in the thieves tools?
No, I'm not. So
then you don't add proficiency. So it's just your dex and then the d4 as well.
Okay, 18.
18? Yeah. It's a fairly easy mechanism. It's an automatically locking door, which means that the mechanism on the wall is meant to just like slam an iron bar that is attached to the door shut. So once you can get through, you can, using enough leverage, you can force up the iron bar and force it in. And as you are pushed inward, there is a small sort of sandstone hallway, which then widens up into a wider room with a large black mass upon the ceiling, a number of robes cast upon the ground, violet in hue, and another iron door with a similar mechanism. However, on this side, the bar is easily liftable. Another similar iron door which leads on the opposite wall, just kitty corner to the one you just emerged through. This chamber has like a number of stone plinths along each kind of wall, so there's 4 kind of assembled in a square, and the mass upon the ceiling starts to move as you come into view. Each kind of starts to form these stalactites, which starts to move toward each of the robes on the ground. What are you doing? There's another door on the other side of the room as the ceiling bees, if you didn't get that, started to move.
I'd like to steal the robes and then cast
There are 3 robes. You're gonna run about the room to each of them. That'd be like a dash. You could probably grab one if you wanted to do something.
And then cast poison spray at the other 2. Hopefully that'll stop them so I can get the fuck out of here.
You're gonna cast poison. Okay. One quick action to do something. This is as the masses kind of move toward the robes. It is, it's going to take one kind of action for them to get there and start, assembling. What are you doing?
I'm getting close enough to cast poison spray because it's like just a cone in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. How far a cone? A 10-foot cone?
It's 10 feet, yeah.
Let's see. I don't. Poison spray.
It's a Constitution saving throw, and they take a D12 of poison.
Okay, I'm just saying they're still in swarm form. You could probably hit one of the swarms as they're congealing into 3 different spots. Okay, yeah, you could hit one of the swarms with a noxious poison spray. Yeah. If that's what you want to do. Go ahead and roll for poison spray. And are you grabbing one of the cloaks still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna scoop up one of the cloaks and go to poison spray.
Mm-hmm. Is this my D12? Hold on. No, this isn't a D12. This is wrong one. I need D12. Okay. Woohoo! 8 plus mod 8. 14.
Okay. Oh wait. They have to do. Yeah, sorry. What did you roll? You rolled to hit. Okay. The con save on.
Oh wait, no, I didn't roll to hit. That was damage.
Yeah, that was 14 damage. Okay, no, that's fine. If that was, wait, you said 14 damage? How did you do 14 damage?
So it's a D12 plus my attack mod.
It's not plus your attack mod. Cantrips shouldn't be plus any attack mod. It should just be the D12.
Just the D12, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you roll a 12?
No.
Or no?
I rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because you rolled a 19 con save. So yeah. The swarm of bees kind of like parts around the spray, and it's going to start moving toward you as you've taken its cloak.
I'm gonna take it out of there and close the door behind me.
Okay.
Can I lock it? Can I lock it behind me?
No, it only locks from the side that you are on, but luckily that means you don't have to unlock it. Let's see. As you grab the cloak and poison spray one of them, they are going to envelop you and get a strike before you can get out the door.
If they hit me, I hellish rebuke.
Okay, deal. Well, that is going to be a 10.
Nope.
Wait.
Plus stuff.
Plus stuff. That is going to be a 10 plus 3 for 13.
Meets beats.
Oof. Meets just beats. Okay. They're going to do damage. Sorry, I'm just pulling up damage here real quick. That is going to do 4d4 damage.
Does it matter?
Oh, it does. 12 damage to you. However, as you get to the door and try to open the iron bar, the swarm envelops you. And as you open it, slam open the iron door and go to run out past the swarm, they strike. The door is open, and you see a long hallway which reaches down familiarly on the bottom level of the ziggurat to where the keepers stay. Do you do anything?
Before I get fucking knocked out again?
Yes. As they go in to strike you. For instance, one second, just to give you a view. Wait. Just to give you a view, Ignacio, you see a long hallway right here. Oh wait, Ignacio, you're not there. Can you see this?
No, I can see where the keeper's chambers is and where that hallway is, and the fact that it's right next to the recruits room. Ooh, light.
What are you doing? You just have a moment.
I have 2 seconds before I get fucked again. Got it.
Well, no, I mean, you're fucked at the moment. I'm just saying, like, you just got the door open before they strike. You have a moment, is all I'm saying.
Okay. I shove Sister Tamara through the door, and I yell. I just yell.
Come on.
I don't know what I yell. I just yell. I just go, ah!
So, you just yell?
I'll yell help. Not that it's helped before, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll go, yeah.
You said... Never mind. Can I do a perception check to see if I hear it?
I mean, you're in a cave down under the ground. You guys, the sound carries throughout these hallways, and not to mention you are all off duties in the recruits room at this time. So I will say you all do hear the scream of help come from Ignacio as it echoes through, and the sounds of joy and merriment from those off duty at the time kind of ceases in an instant as Ignacio's horrifying scream kind of cuts through. And as it echoes about, all of you, I assume, react as you would react, but we'll pick up there next time.
Why are there 3 Oberons?
I don't, because Oberon is everywhere.
Still 3 more. I looked at it, I was like, there's 3 at the bottom, and I like moved over to where
Bastion was. There's always an Oberon.
Like, 4.
When in doubt, Oberon.
I'm trying to see the maps and see what we're doing from room
He's
to
just
room.
curious.
You're good.
No, he's like talking about a room and like people doing stuff in the room, and I'm like, I don't even know what room he's talking about. And then you put us on, and there's all these walls.
Yeah, it's because you're all in different rooms, so I have to keep you guys all in different rooms, and when in doubt, I just pull you into that room. Anyway, we'll pick up there next time as you guys all hear Ignacio's scream kind of echo out from this point. And
can you move me into the recruits room before we?
Are you not?
No, I'm not.
Where are you?
I am still in the Grand Hall.
He's in here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Where did I put those things?
Death saving throws.
Yeah. So next time, you'll all probably be just rolling initiative just to see who gets to react first. But yeah, you all hear that. So until next time, thank you for joining us out there, and stay safe.